so strange to only have 15 minutes of fuckery.
I know, right? Well, that's what this episode started with. You saying, it's such a shame to have 15 minutes of fuckery. Okay, so, catch up. Alright, so I've got, I sent a massive message to Chris, so I'm going to read that out instead. Alright, so it says, highlights. Vhagar, I'm not going to, I should not read that out. I was really rude about that. Vhagar married the deity, married into championship was the cause, and gained her blessing and managed to balance his spirit. The blessing, though, manifested on Vhagar as large magical antlers and a body of tattoos, and she burnt away his sight. After that, you guys went to Fort Erenspire, and Tumble paid his respects at Erky and Corky's graves, reminisced about Mern, and then crafting Dolaf and Otkatla's wedding band together. The group got fucking smashed, except Tumble, who piloted everyone to Morashbane overnight. And I think Dolaf just basically dragged a mattress from one of the rooms and slept in the corner because he refused to be near Harley Aiden.
He was just like a designated driver when you were on a away day. Just everyone gets fucking wankered in the car.
Yeah, and Tumble was like,
driving everyone.
I got this, you guys have fun. But meanwhile, everyone made Harley Aiden really busy by giving him free drift globes and trying to figure out the passwords to activate them. I think one of them was Elephant, and the other one, I can't remember, was... I can't remember, but we'll get to that.
Stop?
Yeah, I think it might have been Stop or something weird like that.
I think so.
Then one was Kissing as well, wasn't it?
That's it,
yeah.
Kissing and Elephant were the two ones. You still haven't figured out the third one, though, Harley Aiden. After that, you guys descended towards Morashbane, where you must have looked like a weird, disjointed dragon descending towards the campsite. And as you landed, the Void Folk and most of the army were awakened because it was early hours of the morning. But after that, you met with Efne, the Wildland General, and she told the group that Otkatla's parents were poisoned and are now dead. She also revealed that on her deathbed, Otkatla's mother's magical disguise failed, revealing her to be the long-lost princess, heir to the Wildlands throne. Now making Otkatla the heir to the throne of Wildlands. Otkatla, basically everyone goes to a tent, everyone begins to talk. Eric is there, but Otkatla arrives. You know, it's a bit orcs all around. Some banter's exchanged by Dolaf and Otkatla. It's a bit awkward. Eric decides to just walk through the tent wall to get away because it's very awkward. He leaves the meeting entirely. But you were told by Otkatla that there's a gold dragon appeared and fought Jaxis just outside here. She won, but was gravely injured. And you guys, at that moment, Vhagar decides to leave. But Helga outside approaches him and taunts him somewhat. Vhagar was the bigger man, and that's not a halfling joke. He just was. He decided to walk away, but as he turned his back, Helga threw an axe at him. And then the battle began. Everyone formed a ring of shields, battering them into a war chant, and Vhagar bested her in single combat. And as she turned into a void orb, Vhagar revealed one of his new powers. He put his hand out, rested it on the void orb that was about to disappear, and ate her, consumed her soul, giving her final death, and inheriting her powers upon himself. And as everyone noted all around, Otkatla kind of was a bit shocked by this, and all the Void Folk just gasped.
Just casual Tuesdays.
Yeah, casual Tuesdays. And before the session ended, the group went to the tent to meet with Nefneria, the Golden Dragon, in her elvish form. And I think Dolaf cast a 9th level Dispel Magic on one of her wounds. There was a greater restoration, and I think Sister Berladin also cast Heal on her to heal the 3 wounds she had suffered from the fight with Jaxis. And then she had said that if you come with her, she can help you find what you want, what you're after. And we ended the session just as the rays of sunlight were fully out over the camp outside Morashbane, and she was leading you back to Voidheart, your ship. And that's where we'll begin. So we'll begin with Harley, Aiden and Tumble, actually. So, Harley, Aiden and Tumble, you've been in the ship now for about 30 minutes. There's been a bit of a chaos and commotion outside, but from where you are, you can't really see what's going on.
So we heard about the battle, did we? Or
Well,
did we
no, you didn't at all.
No.
Because you're
Alright.
you're maybe a couple of 100 yards outside the actual camp. What you can see, however, is Morashbane, an empty fortress. It's kind of like a husk where it's been absolutely demolished in the battle.
Did we win the battle? That's the question.
Yes, it looks like the camp, like around the fortress, reveals that the Wildland army won.
I guess that's good. But do we have any indication as to what we missed? I've been quite busy, you know.
Yeah, I had no idea. You can maybe look at the little porthole here.
Oh,
Thanks. Yeah, look through the glass bottom of the ship.
It's now just concrete, remember? It got fabricated into
We
stone.
left open, like a little arrow slits.
Oh yeah, you've got like some arrow slits, and you've also got the hatch, but that's about it.
Okay. I don't know. Looks like there's a lot of shields scattered about. Yeah, I can't be too sure.
oh.
Looks like it's all over now, though.
It does look like we've missed the best part of it, doesn't it?
Yeah, but we got a duty to stay up here and look after the ship.
I know, but there's no reason why we can't have a little fun up here.
Wait, what are you suggesting here?
Okay, so have you ever played chicken?
Uh-huh.
So think about that big old army over there. Now, us running into them wouldn't be any fun, right?
You want me to pilot the ship straight into the army?
Yes. That'll be hilarious, Tantor. We'd make up for so much lost time.
You know what? Just to amuse me and yourself. Why not? I would go up to the helm of the ship
Yeah.
and I go like full throttle, aim the ship towards the army,
Okay, so it kind of
and
like
attempt to like emergency stop it just before it like crashes.
okay, so as you begin to lift the airship up, Dolaf, Vegor, and Sister Bernadine in the distance. Everyone just sees it's about 300 yards out. You just see the Voidheart, your ship, fly up in the air, and you think first thing you think is Arlie Aiden. Then the ship begins to soar towards the camp. Quite fast. I mean, you guys will be there in about 5 seconds if you really.
Faster, Tantor! Faster!
Yeah, we gotta stop this thing, don't forget. So that means can't go too fast.
Okay, so there does look like a lot of the soldiers have got up for their breakfast and just seen this huge ship coming at them. They all look confused. Dolaf, Vagor, and Sister, you can just hear screams and bewilderment. And, 2 arms!
Okay, so I pilot it, like getting closer, but just before it's in like range to like crash into them, I will stop the ship and just
Okay. Okay, as you hit the stop, Vagor, Dolaf, and Sister all see a gust of wind and dirt knock the front line of soldiers that were preparing to fight over. In like a dominoes fashion, they all kind of get toppled over. All campfires that were cooking breakfast go out. Stew gets spilled. Tent flaps go flying in the air. And from here, Dolaf, Vagor, and Sister can see a familiar rusty gold dragonborn with one arm holding a halberd just climbing out of his tent, which is blown away, and he looks absolutely bewildered. And he turns and sees you, Dolaf, and comes running over to you. But Tumble, yeah, he looks like you've scared him, and you hear ting 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 as an occasional arrow hits the screen.
Oh, Tantor, that was the most fun I've had in years.
I'm sure we had a conversation about reserving that very valuable fuel.
That was only 5 second distance. Anyway, I'd like come out. Is there like there's no like shoot out of here, is there?
Yeah, there's like a hatch you can climb down a rope ladder.
Cool. I'll like lower myself down the hatch slightly.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Dolaf, Vagor, and Sister can all see Tumble climbing down one of the hatches.
And I say, an army is at its weakest when it's most complacent. We may have won here today. You should all be wary. There's many hardships to come.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
You on your toes.
Good point. I told him to say that.
Morash, by the way, is actually standing right next to you, Dolaf, and he just looks at you bewildered, sleepy-eyed, turns, and you see he's in the process of shredding his left arm, his void arm, and you see it's like a little stump with a black mark around it, and he just looks up to Tumble. I guess I can't fault that, truth. Anyway, well met, and then he goes to shake Vagor's hand, then Dolaf's, and then looks at Sister.
This must be a good sight for you.
Consider it a drill.
What do you mean a good sight?
To see a place, bane of your name, in ruins.
Yes, he always was a joker. But in the end, I never got to put the final blow to him. That pleasure was gifted to Helga.
The job's done at least.
Yes, he is. And I've also now met Nefneria. And then he turns towards her and she stands looking towards Tumble, rather bemused with what he's done. And she's wrapped up in the quilts and stuff that you'd acquired from the infirmary. And she goes, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Morash." And he goes, "And you, my lady," and kind of gives her a bow. Quite low. I would do it, but my back hurts. Yeah. And Tumble, I'm assuming you climbed down into the camp?
Yeah, we'll climb on down.
Yeah. There's at least a few thousand men here in the central camp. All going about their business. They all look rather bewildered and confused, and some of them are still like, "Where's the fight? Where's the fight?" and running through with half of a helmet on askew and loading their weapon.
You guys need to be faster to action. If this was a real attack, you'd all be smooshed by now.
To your right, Tumble, just so you know, you can see another crater like the one you saw outside Ragnarok, the one that you caused, and it's also got twisting tendrils of void forming an archway just like the other one.
Wait, do you blow up another void creature?
No,
Void?
let me explain that, says Nefneria, and she waves her hand forward. Tumble, you remember when I come to help you when you were fighting the dragons? Remember I swooped in and grabbed hold of Jaxis as she was flying up to consume you?
Wait.
I teleported her here to fight her at a safe distance.
How did you survive fighting Jax?
Well, I teleported her here, and the explosion did quite a lot of damage to her and me. And then, well, I realised there's an army here. I was helped by Otkatla and the Void Folk. We took down Jaxis together. And I got this, and she points towards a crisscross scar across her eye.
Did you, I don't know. Can we inspect the eye slightly?
Sure, you can make a perception check.
I mean, just that last time someone got shit in the eye, they start getting infected. Isn't that right? A perception check.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not exactly... It's not investigation, you're not grabbing hold of her and taking a look and...
No, sure.
Actually, it looks fine. It looks slightly off colour compared to the other one, but that's it.
Do you, you feel fine after the fight?
Yes.
Don't feel any void corruption or anything like that?
She puts her hand on Dolaf's shoulder, puts one hand on Sister Bernadette's shoulder, and says, "These two are remarkable healers."
Well then. I guess we're gonna have to thank Cutler here. She's the one and her army saved the day, really.
Tantor, I believe you left, or you took the keys with you. I need them for something. What? Oh,
No.
what's this dog doing here?
Are you pointing towards Nefneria, who is in an elvish form?
Yeah.
She goes, "Ah, Ollie Aiden, don't make me punch you."
Okay. Seriously, the doors to the kennel left unlocked? I don't understand.
She sighs. And then she leans in, and Ollie Aiden, she just whispers, "Remember our deal."
Of course.
Okay, so what's everyone doing? Nefneria says she will help you with whatever you need. She has like 900 years worth of knowledge.
Maybe we should talk on the ship.
She nods. And as she reaches the ladder, she just levitates up and doesn't bother using it.
Yeah. We normies will climb up.
Okay. Just so you know, Vagor, do you want to explain the way you look now? So Tumble and Arlie Aiden, who weren't here last week, actually know what you look like.
Well, there's a few small subtle changes. He wears a blindfold over his eyes.
Like a demon hunter?
Yeah.
It's kind of awesome.
He's got big, swept back, sharp antlers. Look more like, I guess, sort of like cow horns, but with like some barbs and stuff here and there as you have on antlers. And they're still covered in blood.
Oh yeah, because
goring someone with them.
you gored Helga with them, didn't you?
And there's like green and black tattoos that cover the entirety of his upper body now.
Okay. That sounds amazing.
What did we miss?
Where's Vagor?
What do you mean?
Good question.
Yes, I mean, well, surely he was with you. I mean, you didn't leave him on the ship with us while he was nagging about being sad and no one understanding him.
Raiden, I know that you're losing your mind, but you could try and concentrate just a little bit. I'm right here.
Who the fuck is that mooseman?
It's exactly what Bella did.
Ignore him and walk away.
Yeah.
We're filling out the animal like party. We got like the elephants.
The dog.
We got
The
the dog.
mooseman.
Yep.
That mooseman looks a little bit impaired, though, doesn't it? Are we running a charity now, doing that?
Hey, hard to find. All right.
I'm not sure.
Take what we-
Are clowns a kind of animal?
Clowns.
Jester.
Yes, well, I've got one of these apparently, so I pointed out it.
I don't know.
Okay, so just so you can remind you, the reason why we're in this part of Rhineland is because originally Arliada was like, I need to go west, and everyone started heading west.
Yes, well, I haven't forgotten. I've also got another plan as well. I'm really sorry.
No, it's completely fine. Carry on, guys. Nefnir is up in the ship, so she's just waiting on you.
Yeah, I'll go up.
Yep.
Yeah, follow.
Okay, so are we all back on the ship?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. She stands at the helm, running her hands over the void orb, and you see it reaching out to touch her, and she's smiling as it does. She goes, "This is remarkable."
It is an impressive feat of magic.
Yes. Something that can carry mortals across the sky. And she begins walking down the steps, her hand caressing the balustrade as she goes. Shame about the decor, though, and she points towards the rough edges where the fabrication spell has made the floor.
Yes. Wasn't originally like this.
So what can I help you all with?
Well, the impending doom of the world, I suppose.
Oh,
Same old story.
Yes, you mean the gateway.
Indeed.
I'm sure it'll work itself out. But you're here to help. I'm assuming you need information from me on your quest.
Anything you have to offer would be useful.
Well, you have to ask the right questions, Lord. And she's staring at Vagor like she was in the infirmary. You know, change man and all that. She just keeps staring at him.
And just at some point I'll be standing with my back towards her, but notice she's still staring and be like, I can still tell that you're doing that, you know?
Yeah, and Vagor, you can also hear her heartbeat speed up the moment you say it. It's kind of a very heavy thump, like a dragon's heartbeat, but it beats very, very slowly, and you've noticed that. But then the moment you turn to face her, it speeds up, like boof, boof, boof.
Okay. Well, don't get too excited now.
I'm not excited.
So you say.
Narrows her
No,
eyes. Narrows her eyes at you, Vagor. Doesn't like the fact that you're reading her that way. Ask the questions, friends, and I can help. I see that Vagor has already acquired his powers. Impressive though they are.
How much time do we have?
Until what?
Your guess is as good as mine on the end game at this point.
If you're talking about the archways, from whence Nyx will send her armies, you have approximately 12 days.
and me and you must get somewhere. And I'll point at Tumble. How is it that we've not done this yet?
Well, we were waiting on the army, and what do you mean? What have we not done this?
We had things to do while hidden.
Very well. And it appears we've made some headway. And I'll look over at Vagor.
Was that meant to be a pun?
Not on this side. I don't normally make jokes at this stage.
That's what I was wondering.
May I carve out some of your time, Tumble?
Sure. What do you need?
Well, that sentence went better than I expected.
I need to travel, west for a time. It shouldn't be long. In this fine contraption, it should take us less than a day. We need to return to from whence we came, and I need to have a little conversation to see if there's anything I can offer this. What headway have we made at preventing, well, myself from spiking the wheel, as it were?
Just bear in mind that we ain't got much fuel, and I think we're rationing it on days. So unless it's somewhere you need to actually physically be, I would suggest either sending a message or something like that.
Yeah, you've got 30 barrels left, and it takes about 2 barrels for a day's journey. You guess, ish.
Interesting point. I'll ponder it for a moment.
With that rate, you've definitely got 15 days worth of travelling around.
We could make the journey, I guess, if my mathematics are correct, but I don't particularly want to put us out. It's a gamble, as it were. But it does have the convenience of getting me out of the way for a while. Tumble, you'd be an unfortunate casualty in that fact.
Yeah, kind of riding the wave at this point. So, you definitely need to be there, okay? If it's something important, then sure, we can do it.
Yeah, it could be. It could be the zenith of plans in which I could contribute, but unfortunately, I don't particularly want to stupend what my cousin, Vagor, and sister may have planned here on out.
Unfortunately, I have very little plans.
Please tell me your plan, says Nifneria.
Speak to the planet, seek aid, the usual.
Oh. Oh, very Aerith of you.
I thought I'd get some form of reference in there. We've had some Firefly references before, so why the hell not?
She says, oh, you're planning to go to the vaults, aren't you?
That was my initial idea, yes.
And your plan is to what? Steal the fire? Use it for your own ends?
The thought hadn't crossed my mind. I didn't think such of that possible.
Or are you after someone that lurks in the grounds? She smiles. A broken god.
Let's get one thing straight. I'm not particularly fond of you, and I haven't made up my mind yet as to whether we can trust you or not.
Oh, I know I'm talking to the real Arliaden, and trust me, we used to trust one another.
Oh, I remember quite well. All too well, in fact.
And let me get one thing straight then. I will not help you steal the fire from the planet, if that is what you are after.
So when can we leave, Tumble?
As soon as everyone agrees on a plan.
Oh, good. I'll leave you to that. I'm just going to check the engine room quickly. Where's the fuel store?
No. To keep an eye on. I'm going to keep an eye on Ali and make sure he doesn't go anywhere wandering around the ship.
Okay, yeah, you keep an eye on him. Nefneria turns back to the rest of you and says, now, to the sane people that are going to ask sane questions.
At this point, I have nothing.
I have no questions to ask.
And then she turns to Sister Bernadette.
Hey, it depends on the situation, though, but clearly we do need to... I guess the saying all Aiden was pretty accurate on what he was saying, but like we say, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to go to seek this information yet, but does seem like we do need the help of the gods.
Yes, and Baldr, I can already tell that you already do have the help of a god. He hasn't abandoned you just yet. Although, I feel that he requires more of you before the day is done.
Aye, it's the same with all the gods. We keep demanding more and more, but we'll see which gives first. Their their thirst for more mortal blood, or my patience.
Well, I'm afraid I can't help you in understanding them, but I can help you direct your destiny.
Hey, that'd be helpful too.
I only have one use of this spell, so you must ask the right question.
Wait, you're gonna ask a god a question?
Let's just say Bahamut owes me one.
Bahamut? What the?
He lives.
You know Bahamut?
Well, I am very old, and I have heard his voice a few times during my life. Yes.
Times like these where I wish I did more actual clerical studying instead of just getting hammered every week.
No, Sister Baldr. That is the way you pray.
Aye, there is that, but you know, the actual religious side of knowing how the religions world and work could probably be helpful at this kind of point.
Oh, hell.
Yes.
I think. Right, ideas, Dolaf?
As I say, I mean, the gods is it's not my thing, really. I have no idea where to begin. Where do you even find a
And
god?
yet, Dolaf, I see you wielding the right hand of one.
I'm kind of in the same boat as Dolaf here. We were simple people. Snurf Neblin, they have a couple gods, but, you know, we're not... We're grounded people, no pun intended.
Yes, I get that, but Tumble, not always does a god look down upon just his people as heroic. You have attracted and garnered the attention of many more than your own gods. Trust me in that. Your heroics are entertainment to the beings that wander the astral sea.
I have such little knowledge of the gods. I've spent my life at war, really.
But like
This war, the whole thing. I mean,
like I say, you speak to one so casually, though. The one who divided the very cosmos. I will stop reading your thoughts if you want me to, just say.
Doesn't bother me.
Okay.
Well then, which ones are going to come to our aid? I thought they didn't beam
Unless
with
you
more
ask.
players.
You have to ask the right questions.
Can you,
What are the right questions?
See, now that is something I cannot answer.
It depends a little bit on who you're asking, I guess.
Yes, indeed.
But can I ask a question?
Yes, and don't think I didn't see you trying to sneak off, Arliaden.
Yeah, you always were quite keen, even with something in your eye.
Hey! And how she literally turns into, like, her face becomes quite frightening as she turns towards you. Almost dragon-like.
Woof, woof, woof. Where is she now? That's my question.
Where is who?
I'll give her, like, the most patronising look I can.
I honestly don't know, Arliaden.
Hmm.
I need to
Okay.
know who you're talking about.
You know, the beautiful one.
You're thinking of Nyx.
Yes, but don't tell her I told you.
And she just ignores him. She just turns away.
I
So
think
we
that
have
was
to
the
ask
wrong
a
question to ask, Algeda.
Sorry, what was that, Dolaf? You have to...
So we have to ask a god where we don't know where they reside a question that we don't know.
No. You have to seek them yourselves. Places of great holiness dedicated to certain deities are everywhere. The question is the one that I need to ask to help you.
Aye, so it's going to be which holy site that we visit to obtain moose-like powers.
And they're always going to want something in return, don't they, Vagor?
Yes. Price worth paying, though.
Your championship with the mother of the earth. will take a toll on your body eventually.
That is what living does as well. This is of no consequence.
Wait, so that's what this get-up's all about?
Oh, that's Vagor!
You didn't tell us you made a pact with a god. We thought you were just wearing some strange antlers and, I don't know, blindfolded.
Exactly ask.
Ah, shit, well. You don't ask, you don't get, apparently, in this world.
So, can we go asking?
Well, yeah, hang on. Alien, you say you want to talk to a god. Is this in the same vein?
Oh, quickly, please. I'm dipping in and out, and I'd prefer to stay lucid.
Well, then, is this the same kind of plan here? You're going to talk to a god, enlist its aid?
God, in a sense of the word. They are not what they once were, but definitely beyond us.
Uh-huh. Well, maybe then that's the first port of call. At least that's one we know where it is.
Might I make a quick suggestion? I feel this is something we discussed last time. Potentially, me and you or someone could check this out, drawing me away from the party for X amount of time, while everyone else checks other leads.
All right.
We have no other leads, as far as I'm aware. This is the problem.
None. Why aren't you helping with that? And I gesture towards the dragon.
What do you mean?
You know of some places. Please do not play coy with them. They can't think like us.
Fine, I can detail some places, yes.
And those places would be?
Well, there are many, but it depends on the deity you're after. The Peak of Ranagland, for example, is where you would find several deities dedicated to lightning. The Ever-Living Vidar are where to find shrines dedicated to the Seldarine. Torrent had their fair share of worship, especially the city that now lays crumble. Their temple district was one of the best. And for my own people, the Commune, where the ground itself is littered with gold dragon blood.
Look, it is pretty obvious. You go to the place where the deity resides, or where their worshippers reside. You try and make contact somehow. Perhaps they will speak to you. I didn't know if it was going to succeed, but she was dead. Perhaps she will come to you as well.
Yeah, finally someone speaks sense. I like the new look, by the way.
Thank you. I like the new brain.
It's sometimes there. Shall we tumble? Is there something we can do to narrow the search?
I don't know. I can get us around with a ship, but narrow the search for what? For gods?
Well, in speaking geographically, potentially we could... Hang on. Who can pilot this?
Me and Dola.
Then how about this? Me, Tumble, go to the Fireball, spend some time there about our business. Dolap, Vagor, and Sister go to the Commune. Geographically, it makes sense. We could always detour later on, and then we rendezvous a day later.
Oh my god, Dolaf, who's avoided the Commune 3 times.
Where is the Commune in relation to?
It's southwest.
Southwest.
Stone Tooth Mountain.
Southwest. So what if we travel southwest, drop them off, and then head off west?
It's more whose god we find there. Do we just ask any god, or are we supposed to be looking for one in particular?
Do we not have
assume
sway
the
with...
sister would prefer Baldr, but do we just
Aye.
ask any old thing? I don't even know.
Guess we just ask and see who replies. I
That's
think
fine.
beggars and bean choosers is coming up at the moment.
So I've spent my life not worshipping anyone. I've had no need for the gods. So I'm a man of action. I do things myself.
Well
Let's
said.
go from here.
And likewise, we Snuff Neblin, we hide away from the world. Don't want anything to do with it.
I've got a sneaky feeling though, because we do require the needs of the gods. That the non-believers amongst us are probably going to be the ones to pay the heaviest price.
Oh,
I think Vega's misfortune with the fashion statement on his head and around his eyes is probably nowhere near the worst of what we're going to see after sacrifice.
Even then, no truer words have been spoken.
all right. So what is it? We go head to the commune, drop you guys off, and me and Nalier will head west.
It may prove fruitful to the tantamount fact that we might have some sway with Bahamut.
Platinum Dragon. Could do. What do you reckon? I turn to the massive golden dragon sitting before us, or
I can say that he might listen. None of you are adherent to the law more than Dolaf. If anyone has a chance than anyone else in this party, Dolaf does.
Well, if you think it's the best course of action, then we'll try it. I mean,
well, what was this
Yeah.
spell you was on about earlier as well?
Mine,
Yeah.
it's one I've
Is
been
it-
owed for a while. A simple prayer.
And it can get us in direct contact with any god?
No, but it can give me a clue, a answer to a question. Very similar to one that Dolaf uses with the bow.
Okay, well, we don't know what we're asking, so it'd be a waste if we just tried it on something.
who is this bow? Irash, is he a person, or is that the bow? I don't know.
You do not know. Let me enlighten you. Arash is the adopted son of Nyx. And when he saw her rampaging across the cosmos, he used that bow that you hold, or a version therein, to divide the cosmos up in star neighborhoods, preventing the void from infesting and corrupting life. You hold the very tool that can destroy or rebirth stars.
So he went against his mother.
Yes, he did.
I'll just turn then and ask the bow questions.
Yeah,
say, "Will
yeah,
you take
that's
me as your
waiting for
champion?"
this. Okay,
No, I'm
so
just playing ignorant.
same thing. So the same thing that happens all the time. You begin to sink through the void, and eventually this rolling red orb that's brighter than anything you've ever seen flies towards you. Yes.
Apparently, splitting the cosmos was not enough to stop your mother.
Never
She
was.
She comes again.
You nod, like you get the impression that he nods. You just feel like you can feel his emotions.
I'm told that we need the aid of the gods. I've never really been a godly man before, but I'm told you're one of them.
Thereof, yes.
Then, would you take me as your champion?
There's a long silence. I will. On one condition.
That being?
You know what you are in for. Divinity
Not
pays
good.
a high price on a mortal soul.
If you could speak in specifics, that would greatly aid me.
Granting one power of championship under a deity makes you more likely to be corrupt by the power that I give you. You'll think in your head you'll use it for good, but you'll use it also to get your own way. Do not break my laws, Dolaf, and you will ascend.
And are your laws similar to those of mortal laws, or?
Very, very different and same at the same time. Killing, however, for example, is murder in your society. Killing specific people for reasons that I detail to you will not be.
Good. That seems eye to eye with me. War is war. People die.
And what happens when this war ends, Dolaf? You go back to peace? Could you?
I'm sure we could. It's what we've been striving for over a century. It is what we aim for. Neutrality. Peaceful coexistence.
You must promise me one thing.
Tell me what it is, and I'll see if I can do it.
Your behaviour lately has disgusted me somewhat. You
In terms of what?
You are to be my champion. You will forgive someone that you will find unforgivable. Your quest is not a powerful one. I will not ask you to lose your eyes, to grow antlers, to be married to me for all eternity. What I ask of you is to be a decent elf. She did what she did for her people, just as what you would have done for your own. Now go apologise.
Oh shit.
I'll consider it. And if I'm possible, I'll end the...
Yeah, you can end it. Yeah, you just fall back into the airship.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this just remains fairly silent.
Neria goes, "Oh, should not have read that. I apologise. That was private." So you have the answers you sought without even my help, Dolaf.
He's kind of very phased out, thoughtful.
Mm-hmm. And you, Tumble.
Like I say, we spent our life hiding away from the world. I don't even know if gods know whether we existed during the whole time.
Oh, some of them have taken note of you for sure. I've bewildered Rocky. He's like, shit.
No, it's just an interesting one to roleplay around, because obviously I could just be like, yeah, sure, I apologise, but that's... So, it's just thinking how to go about that.
Well, if someone have taken notice of me, maybe they could send me a sign or something, and I'll come to them. I don't like, I don't know, intruding in other people's business unless I really feel like, they want to do something right.
I'm about to send you a private message, by the way. So you hear a voice in the back of your head.
Really? Straight away? Well, that was quick.
No, it's from her.
Oh, okay. Got it. Huh.
And then she just nods to you and says, "His light shines upon you, I can see it. But I must be going. My eggs, I must tend to them."
Okay. Well, you're right. We ain't got time to waste. If we want to use that question of yours, how can we get in contact with you? Just...
You can either try and contact me via magic, or come find me in the place that you saw me last. The cave in the ever-living Vidar.
Alright. We may come to you when all other options are exhausted.
She nods.
Okay, well, again, thank you for your assistance in managing to defeat Jaxus. We owe you a great deal.
She then stops, looks around the room, confused. Ha! And brings her hand out, and there's a burst of magic.
Oh.
And in the corner of the room, something dispels and lands on the floor and disappears. We were being watched.
Draw swords? Who the fuck?
By whom exactly? But not Vagor, was it?
She stares towards where the sensor was. I have no idea. Anyway, it could have been anyone in this camp. I wouldn't worry too much. You've just flown an airship into their camp. No wonder why they would try to spy on you.
It is concerning in either case.
Oh, I agree, but I wouldn't worry yourself too much.
I am worried. They're exactly the kind of person that would do it.
Either way, it's done. It's done now. Surprised didn't spot that earlier.
It only just appeared.
Oh, well then there you go. You didn't get anything. Speaking of the army, where are we sending it next, now that Morash Bane is ours?
Well, be careful about saying ours, Tumble.
Oh, is Otti in the room?
No, she's not in the room, no.
We have no sway over this army.
Uh-huh.
Somewhat. The paladins, maybe, but
We'll let them decide that then.
the bulk of the forces are unknown to us.
Should we, if we, I don't know, should we enter the hold? What were they doing here? Should we investigate?
I believe they resided here, right?
That's it? Just a stronghold?
What are you assuming?
Well, everything, all the other times has either been some crazy ritual going on, or, I don't know, resurrecting things, who knows? I'm just guessing as to why here, you know? They could have set up camp anywhere.
What, at this place? It was because they just defeated Algai.
Okay then.
It's like, we just had a massive 2-day siege with Ungai, let's just set the camp up and have a chill before we decide what to do next. That's basically why they've set up here.
Alright. In that case, we'll let them defend this place. They can move around their own army. We have gods to go make deals with.
Well, the fire vaults then?
Where?
We're gonna head towards the commune first?
No, the fire vault.
What's there? What?
It makes a bit more sense.
Isn't it southwest?
Shake my head. We go to the fire vault first. Me and you remain there while Dolaf pilots the Voidheart to the commune and back.
Whatever.
Again, I still see no benefit to going to the commune.
Isn't that where all the gods and deities and shrines and shit are?
No, Nefniri just
Well,
said...
Bahamut potentially resides.
I just like oddly look at Tumble like, is he really just saying that, or?
Well, Bahamut's a powerful ally. Probably the most powerful we can get on our side.
Well, then maybe you should go there and I'll go with Al-Yaden.
Oh, that'll be fun.
I thought it was my duty to look after this guy.
You've been there before as well, Tumble.
What do you want from the commune? None of us want anything.
It's just that a giant gold dragon just told us maybe we should go there.
Along with many other places.
Sure. But they're both from the same sort of direction? Southwest, west?
Yes, but Vagor has his ascension. Al-Yaden is in the fire vaults. Mine resides within my hand. Sister will likely be Baldr.
So
Unless it's you or
get another one. What's to stop two gods being on your side?
Greedy Tantor.
What?
Them, usually.
Or do they get all like, ooh, you work for fucking Nyx. Ooh, I'm not gonna side with you.
You will be their pestle and mortar, and they will grind you between their own machinations.
It's awesome.
So you're saying 2 mortar and pestles might not be a great deal?
No, one will have the pestle, one will have the mortar, and you will be the peppercorn.
Spit roast. I'm starting to get a angst about these whole guard pack things.
Likewise.
Well, alright. Fuck it, we'll all go together then. Let's go to Westwood. I'll power up the engines.
Woo!
Okay.
Make them shit themselves again on the way out, Tantor.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Sure.
Just remember, we have limited fuel.
I'll roll drive to do like a flip, and as I flip, we turn westward in the air,
Yep.
and then
Oh my God.
it
Nice.
looks like we're about to like strike like nose down into the ground, then suddenly whoosh off in the west.
Okay, so you're traveling to the 5-volt, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay, so that's roughly a 7-hour journey in this ship, which means you still roughly have about 7 hours too after that, or like before change. So you guys do soar over Bradford Castle, a nice fine fortress as any of you have ever seen. It's more of a spiring fortress rather than Fort Aaronspy's squat dwarven nature. And as you pass over that and the large giant oaks forest reminiscent of the ever-living Vidar, you pass by a familiar town below you, Oakhurst, the place where Dolaf and Arlie Aiden's journey began.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, I've been whispered. And across that, you see the Sunless Citadel's ravine, and before the late afternoon, Tumble descends towards the 5-volt, which, for those of you who haven't seen it, is this tall black obsidian tower that towers quite high, and it's got like this large ruined ground circling it. And that's it.
All right.
Let us alight nearby, shall we?
Yep. I'll bring it in as close as it seems safe and drop the rope ladder.
Okay, so you guys are probably about 100 yards out from the tower, and there's that twisted metal gate and fence that you can just walk straight through.
Sister, have you had any thoughts on how you will speak with your gods? I assume you did anyway, to be honest.
It's different, I guess, to what we're going for here. I've recently obtained the ability to try and directly contact him in more of a palpable way. Normally it feels like just gentle, like, I don't know, like wisps on the air when you speak to the gods to obtain for my clerical abilities. Like I say, I've just obtained the ability to commune with them directly, but it's still, I'm very unpracticed in it, and it's very, very difficult to do. Maybe in one of these positions of power, though, it's a bit more, I'll have a bit of better of a chance of communing directly with them. But as I said before, I know you lot are definitely going to be beggars rather than choosers, but I think I'll be in the same boat as well.
Do you have any idea where one of these seats of power might lie for Baldr?
Like I said, I really wish I didn't spend all my time drinking.
No, okay, so you can make a history check, Belladin.
Probably just for Baldr, probably just a tavern, to be honest. Or a brewery.
It's really good piss houses
tavern in the world. Let's head there.
I mean, you had one built for yourself, for God's sake.
Aye, well, that was a pretty good one, to be fair.
Yeah, if you make a history check.
Aye, bear with me. Oh, I'm in the West Marches, not in Voidheart. That's not where I roll them.
What the hell? You goddamn it!
Fucking...
You two-timing son of a bitch!
I just pressed launch game on the first one. Normally it's Voidheart, but I've been doing West Marches preparation and stuff.
That's fine. We can wait. Oh.
Let's wait for that load. Someone can roll it for me if you can beat me to it.
I can. I'm rolling it.
I've got advantage on it because I have Baldr's spirit.
So you got +0, but advantage.
14.
So with that, you realise that Baldr's seat of power has always been in Brookheim. Although currently a corrupt son of a bitch sits on the head of the church. His name is Master Beirut Malrug, the one that you had met previously to try to convince him to send men to fight in the army, and he was eating across the table from a Red Rider, as you asked, much to you and Vagel's disgust. However, Lady Holdeg of Njord, the one with the bright blue hair, the one that was very happy and kissed Vagel, if anyone's going to know, it's going to be her.
Aye, so a trip to Bruckheim might be in order. But I'm not gonna lie, maybe Vago with your scary void-eating abilities might scare him fucking straight. And maybe thin, but probably not thin. But aye, maybe you rock up with Musons, show one of them Red Riders what good, and maybe we have full access to the Church of Bruckheim. It's like say, that is where I was trained. That does tend to be one of his more powerful spots.
If you believe it will help, I'm willing to come along.
Aye, we can give it a go.
How long do you need here, Alyaden?
I'm not entirely sure, but I shouldn't imagine I'll be long. I have a simple question.
I think to Bruckheim and back we're probably going to be at least 2 days. Is that too long?
No, I can make myself busy here and in the nearby area. I shall be back here in 2 days.
Tom, are you remaining here?
I'll stay with him, yeah.
To be honest, Tumble, I will leave it in your decision, but I feel much more lucid than I have in a long time. I will leave the decision up to you.
I'm gonna be here to watch your back nonetheless.
Appreciated.
Right. Then in 2 days.
I shall see you then.
So Dolaf,
And
Vagel,
I'll take the ship up.
and sister head off. Well, Alyaden and Tumble, you are on that same familiar, dirty, ruined ground leading up to this crooked obsidian tower, straight upwards. And you see that the grounds itself hasn't changed much. Still got those low stone walls that seem to be ruins from an ancient time. Are you going to enter the grounds?
How far away are we, sorry?
Probably about 200 feet from the entrance of the actual tower. You're on the outskirts of the grounds.
And there isn't the wall of fire out there at the moment?
There was no wall of fire there before.
I'll look over at Tantor and I'll just say, do you mind if I ask something personal, Tumble?
What is it?
I wish to have this conversation alone. May I meet you here upon my return?
Can I just plug my ears or something?
It's not necessarily that. I feel this may be the last time I have to speak with my father. I'd like it to be a private conversation.
Can I don't know. I feel like insight checking to see if
Sure.
it is just that. If it is purely for the sentimental reasons. Okay.
See,
Isn't all Aiden's like charisma modifier like +5? Good luck with that.
What would I have to do in order? What do I have to roll?
Deception.
If you are
Deception.
lying, you can make a deception check. If you are genuinely telling the truth, just tell him.
Is it he really being sentimental?
Oh! Yeah, it sounds like he is.
Really? Oh wow! Fuck! 20. All right, man. I guess I trust you.
Thank you,
You
Tumble.
wouldn't do us wrong.
The world ends. Alright. No. Okay, so, Alyaden, you walk towards the creaky black gate and it opens with a...
I'll mill
Okay.
around.
Alright.
Am I out of earshot?
You got a couple more yards to go before, because Tumble's probably only about 10 yards behind you at the moment.
Okay, I'll keep walking.
Yeah, and as you keep walking, you're getting closer and closer to the gate, and Tumble gets further and further away. In fact, because of all the stone and ruins, Tumble seems to blend in. You can't even see him anymore.
Fuck's sake.
And,
You know what I find hilarious? No one does a better impression of me than me.
oh my god, I didn't even see that coming. Shit.
Hello. Hello now.
And yeah, you call out hello, and that cloaked man just seems to come from a nearby low wall. And he goes, "Ah, you're back. It's been a while. You stole from me, but never gave me what I asked for, did you? You're no
Oh,
good thieving little cunt.
I'm terribly sorry. What was it, pray tell, that you asked of me?
That cylinder, my cylinder. And he kind of like coils back into his hood as if he's a little bit hunchback. What do you want of me? You come to let me into the vault finally?
Should you be in there, really? I'm not so sure.
You shouldn't have. Well, just because he's your dad, you can go in and steal all the artifacts.
I believe I was given it.
He won't forgive you.
Who won't forgive me?
Your father. And then he begins to walk around you, circling you the way that like a predator circles his prey, as he then kind of claws against the grass as he moves, half ape-like, but revealing slightly blue skin from his hands as he moves around. And he just says, "Look here, you little brats! The vault is mine!"
It just annoys me when someone doesn't make any sense when they talk. Anyway, I'll give you the cylinder in return of something.
I don't want it anymore. Your grubby little mitts have been all over it. I'm fine. I want something else from in there.
Oh, what do you want? I can probably get it for you.
I want the actual Heart of Fire.
Not sure I can pick that up.
You could. And then he narrows his eyes.
I suppose I can.
And Aliaden, can you make a wisdom saving throw? Okay, so as he does, he brings his blue hand out with long black nails and seems to just rape your mind. And then he pulls it all back out and he and then he just looks back at you and goes, "You're a filthy man. But I see what you've come seeking. And I can give it to you if you do one thing for me." Yes?
And tell me, what is it I seek, fallen one?
Don't you call me that! Worship me!
Sorry, I didn't catch that, Liam, for some reason.
Guys, don't you call me that! Worship me! I am your better. And you've been tricksy just like I was in my youth, but you're not up to par. There's a woman I want dead, let's put it plainly. You kill her, I help you. We defeat Nyx. Jubbly, jubbly, jubbly. Okay, your silence means yes, no? I'm assuming it means you've restarted. Did you get any of that, Todd?
No, I've literally just come back. I'm so sorry.
He said, "I need you to murder a woman."
Which woman exactly?
Well, you see, when I led the war, she did this! And he lifts up his leg and you see his legs all out of shape. With a hammer. One of Odin's bitches.
Which one?
Her
I love a
name
good story.
is Sigrun.
Okay. Yes, I can do that for you.
Can you? Well, you see, she was there when the poison fell on my head and ran down my cheeks, melted my flesh, and she just sat there, watching, ever vigilantly. Stupid bitch. You kill her, you come back, and you're gonna have my blessing. You're gonna be my champion, Aliaden. You'd fit it well.
Listen to me, you rambling piece of shit.
He throws back his hood and grows to about 12 feet, 13 feet tall. And he goes, "You listen to me." Points a meaty frost titan finger down at you.
I won't move an inch.
Yeah.
You are not listening to me, are you? I don't want your filthy, disgusting blessing, you half-breed deity.
Okay, can you make an intimidation check?
I wasn't trying to intimidate a god. I feel like I've made a mistake. I don't want your filthy blessing. Hang on, I'll roll it at the same time as I say this.
That's fine, go ahead.
I would very much like something else, something only you can give me the information for. Now, I'm happy to kill you some kind of gut bitch, but I'd need some reassurances, and I can assure you my price is twice as high as yours.
He narrows his eyes and he goes, I knew I'd choose the right champion. And then he shrinks back into his old crippled form. So tricksy you are.
I want her.
Who?
Where can I find her?
Who's her?
The Night Mother. The one of chaos.
She'll be here soon. And she's not going to lay you on her lap and stroke your hair. She's going to slam you in a celestial clam and eat you whole.
Oh, good. But I need to talk to her before that happens, and I think you're the only person who can tell me how.
Ooh. Well, like I said, kill Sigloon for me, and perhaps we'll have a deal.
Good. Where can I find her?
He kind of like, one moment, turns around, don't look, as he begins to cast the spell Scrying. He turns back, and he goes, our god is all-knowing, of course I know where she is. She rests near the Feywater in the hills. Blow the horn, Arliaden. Blow it well, and she'll descend from Asgard. Her corrupted little form. Ugly. So ugly.
Actually, that makes perfect sense. Thank you, I'll be back soon.
Ooh, will you? Your friends, they are gone. I saw their dragon-like ship fly away, leaving you here, and your small friend, your child.
Oh, where's he gone?
He could be anywhere. He looks like stone. Not even I can see him.
Oh, well, that could be problematic, actually. I tell you what, then. Give me 4 days, and I'll return.
4.2.
Done.
Wait, no. Yes.
But in return, I must have that information, so please start working on it. Because I don't particularly want to be stuck with your blessing. And I'll leave.
And as you leave and you turn back to make sure he's not following you or anything, he's just not there anymore.
As soon as I kind of walk some clear distance from the ruins, I'll shout out, Tumble, are you there? Tumble.
I'm just joking with you. Yeah, I'm right behind.
Good.
Walk away out of like the wall, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like I was standing like up against the wall, and then I just walk away from it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel better than I have done in years, and that little jest really does tickle me. You are quite good to your ability to remain unseen, and I feel that's going to be paramount to us by the end.
You really think so? Well, happy to help in any way I can. Did you get what you needed?
In a way, I need to return here, unfortunately. Everyone else seems to have made deals that involve sacrifices on their part, and I am no different.
Uh-huh. What was your price?
You know, kill a god. All the standard stuff. I've done it before, actually.
Kill a god to befriend another god? These guys don't like each other very much.
I told you, pestle and mortar. Pestle and mortar, Tantor.
Stoked. It's a weird analogy. I'm still trying to get my head around, but sure.
Anyway, anything you want to do in these parts before we go?
Nope. Guess we could have. We should have really just asked them to wait around a bit, shouldn't we?
Good.
Yeah, if I'd known it'd only take like 5 minutes, then.
While we wait, why don't we do something quite naughty?
Is it? Wait, which Alien is this?
Oh, the only Arlie Aiden, I'm afraid. The other one has that strange, high-pitched, whiny little voice.
Sure,
You see,
but
I've
he's
always
normally the one suggesting pranks.
This is unfortunately no prank. However, it would be a boon. Let's see if we can steal the fire of the planet while we're here, shall we?
Can Tumble roll like an arcana?
Yeah, sure.
Sounds like strange. Something not normal. Arcana.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
They
wait.
Gordo left sister turn back up. They're like, what the fuck happened here? Okay, so yeah, you've heard of the fact that the planet has several different primordial forces locked away in certain vaults. That's about all you've heard.
Okay, I mean, if it's gonna help us... Wait, steal it from who?
Oh, my dad.
Yeah. This is so strange for Tumble. It's like he's hearing the voice of Arlie Aiden, the crazy one, through the sane one. It just makes no sense.
In a way, he kind of is, but...
Yeah. Yeah, sure. It can't hurt, can it?
I don't think so. Not for a few days, at least.
Right, we'll give it back afterwards, yeah?
Yes, of course, we'll give it back, yes.
Okay, that's fine then, yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah, after you. I mean, where is it?
Over there.
Just point.
Just point, yeah.
That's so ridiculous. Yeah,
Okay,
just points towards the tower.
Alright, let's head on in.
Good. Yes, let's.
Okay, and you guys head towards the tower. We'll get to that soon. So, Vagor, Dolaf, and Sister, you know it's going to at least take you about 12 to 14 hours to get to Brookheim.
Yeah, I'm basically now just in a state of waiting for this to catch up, so...
Yeah.
I'm already God mode. Wait for these peasants to catch up.
Boys, catch up. No, so I'll just help them.
Celestial.
Oh yeah, that was it, but it was still a mess.
Okay, so
I guess it's going to be a lot of praying up until the way, seeing if I can start building some form of connection. But normally, it's not. It's different than praying for actual spells or anything like that. It's more open, like more just generic things like prayers. I'm not like directing them all directly to Baldr. They're just going out there, seeing if I can. Like I'm sending signals out on the radio waves, just seeing who can pick them up and hear them. Okay,
well, are you praying to just gods in general? Is that what
just general prayers and stuff like that. Kind of like the guy in the Mummy, where he just prays to all the different gods, but not quite as frantically as that.
Okay, all right, fair enough. You roll a D100.
Uh-huh.
Okay, on the journey, you don't hear a thing.
Okay.
In fact, it sounds even more silent than it used to.
That's what I was expecting.
So, you guys...
Don't throw the stick away, that's the best bit.
So you guys would arrive at
Oh,
Brookheim.
get gone.
Early hours of the next morning, like we're talking 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your plan as your approach?
Approach?
You're in a giant airship, you're just in a fly-in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fuck them. Don't like them.
You don't like the dwarfs, fine. Like...
You can approach in the ethereal plane.
Like
Yeah,
we could ethereal it. Yeah, that's a good point. I forgot about that.
Yeah, you could go in all ethereal and then just reappear wherever you want.
Yeah, scare the shit out of them. Just ethereal, and then poof, appear over the city.
Okay, so also you have to change the barrels on the way, so you've actually got 28 left.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you pass over Shaman's End as you do fly there, though. That huge whirling twister of water, which is rumoured to be Freya's grave. And as you fly over it, you have to fly even higher not to get caught in the updraft. and kind of swerve northward and then back southeast-ish. Because it's like seriously like 2,000 feet tall, this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you're going to approach Brookheim around the time that the sun begins to rise. Does anyone want to do anything in the ship while you're on your way? Before I move on to whatever shenanigans Arlene and Tumble are going to fucking get
I
up
would
to.
like to use the toilet if possible.
Okay, we'll take a 5-minute break. Everyone.
Oh, I meant as Vegor.
Oh, shit, okay. Also, we will take a 5-minute break.
What's that?
So, alright, we're going to begin with, I reckon, just to get it over and done with, Tumble and Ollie Aiden. What the fuck are you up to? Because, like, the rest of the crew are, like, maybe 10 hours ahead of you at the moment, so...
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, great.
So you want to approach Voidheart, right? This big tower. He's got these big double stone doors, I think. Yeah, stone doors.
Yeah.
So I guess let's pop inside.
Okay, there's no door handle.
How did we get in last time? I seem to be having a blank.
I don't remember. Did we get teleported inside or something?
I think so, yes. I guess we'll knock.
Yeah, because the stone doors themselves don't actually look like doors. They just kind of look like part of the architecture.
I'll kind of raise my hand and give 3 swift taps.
One moment.
Oh, Jesus.
No, that means he hears.
Oh, cool.
There's a kind of a shuffle, and you guys have a sinking feeling. Would you like to give in to the sinking feeling?
Let's give in to the sinking feeling, shall we?
I think we already are.
Woof! And you guys land in the middle of a grand circular hall. 4 obsidian pillars holding up this haughty ceiling. And below you, as the ground raises ever so slightly and is made of glass, you see a flickering light. It could be 10 feet below you, it could be hundreds of miles below you. It's one of those weird distance illusions. You can't quite tell. And then you hear a voice in the far corner of the shadows. Ollie Aiden, you've come back.
Yes, as I promised, Father, I have returned. Jaxis has been vanquished.
Oh, well done! And he comes like hobbling along and then goes to embrace you.
I'll embrace him back.
Who's this? Tumble, hello.
Pleasure to meet you again, Keeper of Flame.
You can call me Carter.
Carter, okay.
Yes, it's named after the bastard, of which I am! He was bastard metaphorically, but I literally am one.
Calm down, Father. Your madness is embarrassing me.
Okay, sorry. It's been a while.
Anyway, I believe I made a promise to you last time that I intend to fulfill.
But I don't want this for your life. I said that. I don't want you to be the keeper.
Then who will take your place?
I don't know, but someone must.
I fear there is no other alternate.
You must find someone with at least an elvish lifespan.
Full elvish lifespan?
I'm afraid so, son. I made the same mistake being a half-elf. And I've wasted my better days cooped up in here.
Tantor, how long do your kin live for?
Hundreds of years, normally. Enough Neblin, we don't have many dangers down. Well, actually, there's plenty of dangers, but we stay hidden.
Apologies, I keep messing up your name. I'm clear, but I'm still not crystal.
Yeah, it's Tumble. But, was that right? Hundreds of years? I believe, no? 400 is like a very long lifespan, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Would that be sufficient, Father?
Well, I wouldn't say no to, one of Tumble's lot. I don't get to see many of them from this tower. In fact, Tumble's the first one I've ever met, but I'm sure your people are fine and dandy wherever they are.
If it's a question of character, I can attest to it quite heavily. He's been a boon to us ever since he joined our little group.
You're talking about Tumble himself?
Well, why not? I can't think of anyone finer to take on the mantle.
He's got business to attend to, hasn't he?
Perhaps you could show us the heart while we talk.
One moment.
I don't know really what I'm signing myself up for exactly. Not gonna pretend I know what this is all about.
go along with it, little calf.
He stares at you. Can you make a deception check?
Who,
Yes.
me?
No, Harley Aiden.
The filthy, deceptive little
Okay.
half elf.
Yeah, sure.
Perception. Shit.
He just glowers at you. You think to fool your old man? You come here saying all of these lies? You are meant to be my son. You showed genuine care last time, and you rolled perception, not deception.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible. Hang on. I swear you said perception.
No, it's okay. Why? What do you want from the Heart of Fire?
Well, should we not see if, excuse the analogy, the shoe fits?
No, we shall not. And around you, you hear clack, 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 as loads of doors and hatches begin to shut and lock. I want you both to leave now.
Then why did you shut the doors? Oh, wait, did you open the door?
No, all the doors that lead up into the vault. You just hear, like, all of them closing in the shadows around you. Get out!
Well.
And he reaches forward and pokes Tumble in the head with his walking stick, and Tumble pops out of existence.
Hey, wait, whoa!
You reappear back outside, and then he turns to you, Ali Aiden, and says, I know that you are not really him. Spying.
And how can you tell?
Because I read people. I've seen people in my younger days, I guess. But I saw you! And he hits you with his straight on the nose with the walking stick, and you disappear. And right next to you, Tumble, Ali Aiden comes tumbling out of his teleportation and lands in the grass.
Well, was worth a shot.
Yes, that could have gone better, couldn't it? I fear I'm losing something in my age as well.
Well, you were up against your own father. If anything, he would be the one to see through deception.
Well, it's not my end result here. It was something merely to pass the time.
Right.
I have a goal. Tell me, Tantor, how far away is the Fey Water?
I couldn't tell you. What is that? What is the Fey Water?
In truth, I know it's an area of land not far from here, but I don't know how far in terms of travelling by foot. We don't have the same advantages if the Voidheart isn't at hand.
Well, I'll have to find something else to pass the time.
I guess we could knock again and run.
I knock on the door and run.
And as you do, a random figure joins you, Tumble, cloaked. And he's running quite a weird, like an ape, and he goes, ha 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 ha, good one. And then as you look again, he's gone. Like,
What was that? Okay.
just my friend.
Okay, so I'm assuming you guys either start leaving or just set up camp.
Let's set up a camp, Tantor, and I've got my lute. I haven't played since the start of the journey, despite the fact that my character sheet says I love it, so let me regale you.
What? Character sheet? What is this?
Sorry.
Sure.
I have a tendency to break the fourth wall when I'm this mad.
What's a fourth wall?
Forget I said anything. Anyway, on to the next scene.
Oh my god! Oh,
Nice.
Wilkins. Okay, we're going back to the other group. Let's just fucking get away from this insane madness.
Madness is too much.
Okay, so you guys are approaching Brookheim, and Sister Bernadine, you see the familiar steeped stone fortress-like town is your home.
I don't really want me going back here, but I guess they're not all bad people.
Well, where do you want the Voidheart set down?
Rocket right at the front door.
Nice.
We'll climb down a ladder though, so we get no attemptings of the fat man trying to acquire our ship.
Well, I intend to stay firmly on the ship myself for that very reason.
Good plan.
Okay, so
I'll take us in.
yeah, it's around about
Don't think
5:30. Sorry.
That word means what you think it means. That's not a plan, that's just an action.
It's plan enough for me.
Very well.
It's planning ahead, so he doesn't get boarded. And that plan involves him actioning, being on the ship. I don't know. Right, come on, let's go.
Okay, so you guys take the ship down, and as you do, you see it's quite early in the morning, and you do hear the sounds of a bell going ding, ling, 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 and all across the walls on the seawall and all across the sides, you see dwarvish cannoneers appearing.
Remember, we're coming in ethereal.
Okay, that is a detail that I would have liked to have remembered. Okay, so as you approach in quite silently, it's quite a silent morning. The gulls are just awaking, and you hear in the distance. As you guys
hear something about cannoneers, it's weird. I heard something in the distance. But
no, you heard nothing. Shut up. Shut up. That's the full talking. Okay, so as you approach the port, are you taking it over the city or just docking?
Wherever the direct route is to the front door, whatever Sister believes the front door to be.
The Church of Baldr.
Yeah, I guess so.
Holy crap. Okay, so you're landing in the Cathedral Districts, right above the Church of Baldr. And you see that there's a massive cobbled area outside where normally, in a couple of hours, Sister Baldr, you see clerics and scholars and all kinds of students going about their business, travelling between the universities and stuff like that. But right now, it's quiet. And you see one single lone paladin walking up and down the cobbles talking to himself.
Aye.
Doesn't know you've approached whatsoever.
Aye, it's all gone to shit, hasn't it? Alright, come on then, Vago. May need you to kill a Red Rider or two. Dolaf, you staying on? You staying in stealth mode?
I will remain here, cloaked, yes.
Aye, fantastic then. Right, where's that rope ladder gone? Right. Ah, there we are. Just throw that out of the hole and descend.
And as you begin to descend, the paladin kind of looks around. You recognise him, Sister Paladin. Like, you've seen him around on guard duty and certain things. And he looks up and his big red mutton chops, it's pronounced. He's got a bit of a belly going and he's got a warhammer on his back. And he looks up and he goes, "Boulders, bollocks, what the fuck?" And then just draws his hammer. It kind of flies out of his hand slightly and he goes, "Who are you? How are you coming out of a ladder out of nowhere?"
Aye, calm your tits.
Oh, he goes, "Paladin?"
Aye, you know. I've transcended the gods' power themselves, and I've become the master of the arcane as well. No, it's not. It's not me.
He's got, get here! And he just runs over to give you a hug.
I embrace.
Yeah. So this guy's name
And
is
ruffle his hair.
This guy's name is Runter.
How are we, Runter? Are you doing well? How's life in the city? Seems very quiet.
Hey. So. After some men were sent, I thought I would go with them and I'd see you, but they told me that I was staying.
I guess the majority of the forces are still out in the field. Well, you'd be glad to hear that they were successful at the Sisters, and now they're advancing further north to try and acquire more land and solidify their stronghold on the land.
Aye, I heard.
Oh, word travels fast, at least then. Who's been left behind?
All of them. The Triumvirate's still here.
Ah, right.
They only sent a few hundred men. I don't think they made it to the battlefield, right? I think they're still sailing upriver.
Ah, right. They never actually got there. Well, at least they can help to bolster the forces as they travel up north. Then they didn't need much help, I think, at the Five Sisters.
I heard you were back here a couple of weeks back.
Aye, I was here to obtain the men that are travelling up north now.
Yeah, you really pissed off the master.
Aye, he's a knobhead, that's why.
Yeah, he's a knobhead, but he's in charge, eh?
Aye, we'll see. I'll see about that.
Whoa! I wouldn't have any of that talk around me. I still swore an oath. But he is a dick, I agree with you.
You should only swear one oath, and that's to your God Almighty. Anything to a mortal man means very little.
He kind of narrows his eyes. You know I'm a paladin, right? Paladin?
I know what you are. I know what you are.
Yeah, like... And he just goes, never mind. Just doesn't want to explain to you how he works. Just goes, like...
More that she just doesn't care.
Yeah.
I'm guessing she has a pretty good idea, but she doesn't care.
Is Vagor and Dolaf with him, or...?
I'll be there, but I need to go to the toilet again.
What? I am on the ship.
Okay, so yeah, he just eyes up Vagor and says, oh, mighty intimidating. But sister, it's early hours. Seriously?
I am not going to be knocking on his door quite yet. I'm probably going to be talking to the other Triarchs anyway.
Yeah.
As always, I'm on a mission to save the world, as I always tend to be.
Yeah, save the world from your own debauchery, more like.
Yeah, I've been far too sober. I had a good day a couple of days ago, but I've been far too sober often. You know what? Let's go remedy that before I get anything done. I'm not going to be able to think straight without anything to steal my nerves. Let's go. Let's go see where the new places are to drink.
This early? The places are just closed.
The best shit in the woods. Come on.
Yeah. Alright.
And we'll find some debauchery hole where we can actually still get a drink.
Okie dokie, so you managed to find the elite badger. Is just about kicking everyone out as you approach. And it's like a very quiet lock-in. You see most of the patrons were probably half asleep when they kicking them out. Most of them are dwarves and gnomes.
Are they still kicking everyone out? Is there still people
like,
locked
there's this
in?
very, very broad-looking woman with, well, by woman, female dwarf with a braided plaits that seems to be all dishevelled, and she's got like her sleeves rolled up. She's stained on her gown. She looks tired. She's been dealing with drugs all night. She sees you approaching. Oh no!
Ah, my gorgeous flower. Don't be like that. It's been such a long time.
I bet you don't even remember my name, do you?
Of course I do.
What is it then?
But on another subject, where we need some alcohol and you know, the usual.
Runta, you come in.
you
And Runta goes, yeah, but I'll just have some. I'll have some breakfast and you know, a glass of watered down wine. She goes, come on in. And you guys enter a very, very dirtied, kind of run-down tavern. It's you know, it's like the club at the end of the night. It's just covered in stuff all over the floor.
Sticky as fuck.
Sticky, stained, smells like vomit. And she just walks behind the bar, pushes forward a barrel and goes, go on, help yourself.
Alright, thank you kindly.
I'm assuming Vagor just takes a seat at one of the stalls and looks ridiculously fucking large.
It's way too big for this place, yeah. I got not fall over drunk, but like the step below that, like slurred words are approaching, or about that level.
Okay, so you and Vagor and this Runta fella begin having breakfast and drinking, and she does lock up, and she falls asleep, snoring in one of the seats behind the bar, leaving you to your own devices. Dolaf, a couple of hours go by, and you still haven't heard anything from the sister or Vagor.
Have I
didn't
seen
really
her
give you a
come out
time
of the
plan.
tavern?
Hmm?
Have I seen her come out of the tavern?
No.
Okay. No raucousness from the tavern?
No. In fact, the only thing you really notice is the city's beginning to get up in the morning. You know, you can see people are coming out to their boats.
Mm-hmm.
The fishermen, you see the markets being set up. You can hear the little kind of like creaking of wagons as people are taking their produce to set up their stores. Below you, the church doors open and you see priests and acolytes coming out and in. Very kind of hush-hush though, not too busy.
Well, as long as there's no commotion or anything, I'll just keep shadowing and just keep the ship over where I see them go and just leave it at that.
Okay.
When it starts hitting around about, like, I imagine it's between like 10 and midday, when I know that most of the acolytes and But when the church is basically going to be at its emptiest, because first thing in the morning everyone's just going to be asleep in there, but then they've got their early morning duties and stuff they have to do first thing, and then they start making their way out. So when the numbers are going to be in the thinnest in there, I'm going to make my way back in. Now I'm a bit sloshed, and I'm guessing I know where the main like prayer spot is then within the church. What like the central figure is, or something that we pray towards.
Yeah, it's straight in the center. It's huge. You can't miss it.
And then I'll make my way in. On the DL as the best I can, but I'm probably a pretty well-known face at this point.
You can make a stealth check if you want.
It might be a case of nicking a cloak off my pretty dwarvish lady, and I'll leave her quite an ample amount of gold.
Yeah. So Runter says wishes you a good day and says he's got to head back to his family.
And it's probably best stay with your family for the rest of the day.
Yeah, good luck, sister.
I probably need it. And then I'll make my way, cloaked in the tavern. The tavern owner's grubby cloak, I imagine.
Make a stealth check then.
Give it a go. Probably should get my character sheet open.
It won't be with disadvantage because you're heavy armor, because there's loads of clerics wearing heavy armor. This is more of a blend into the crowd more.
Yeah. Or do you want to do a charisma stealth check instead then?
Yeah, that would work better actually. Use your stealth.
Do like performance?
Roll a stealth check and we'll just add your charisma instead of your dex.
Alright, yeah, that makes sense. So my charisma... I prefer having dex at this rate.
Well, then, either or, it doesn't matter to me. Okay, yeah, so... You manage to get in pretty easily. In fact, most of the acolytes don't pay you any attention. There are a lot of people here praying, and most of them are praying to some of the other gods in the temple. But you head straight to Baldr, and there's one person praying there. He's wearing a very similar hood, but he's taller. He's human, and he has a brown kind of woolen cloak with a hood, kind of deep set, so you can't really see much about him. And he's on his knees, and he's facing the ground more than anything. He doesn't turn as you approach, but there is a prayer mat. There are 4 let out. And
I'll take the one closest to him.
Okay, and just so you know, Vagel, now that you're back, basically, you went to a tavern, had breakfast with Sister, and now you're back at the temple.
We started day drinking very early.
Alright, good. So you started saying something, I clicked my unmute button and my Discord crashed.
Okay, so basically you went to a dwarven tavern, had some breakfast, you looked very, very big in there, where you sit on a tiny stool, and on the way back, you guys snuck into the temple, and Sister Bulladin is about to kneel down at one of the prayer mats in front of Baldr's statue.
Alright.
After an ample amount of day drinking first.
Yeah, it's not even midday yet.
Yeah,
Cool.
fully sloshed. So start making. I sit next down to the bloke that's already there. Start doing my preparations to pray, and go to the gent next to me. I may the gods be with you, brother.
He grunts, turns to you, sways slightly as he tries. Of course.
I'm just there. I'm just bobbing my head back and forth to like that as I'm just trying to keep my balance.
Same thing, and then you hear sloshing as he reaches into his cloak and brings out like a big wine sack. It's kind of like maybe a 2-litre wine sack. It was really heavy, and just brings it up, and it spills slightly over his grizzly beard as he looks towards you. And you see he's got sunken cheeks, but you can't really see much on the up above, and he's set for like maybe scraps of grey hair. And he goes, "Would you care for some?"
Aye, good man. Before he even offers, as he's taking a drink, as soon as he leaves his lips, I'm like, "Aye, good man," and then just take the skin off him and take a longhorn drawn out of it. You might want to put the cat back in that though. Too much in it, and it ruins the connection. You need to find that blissful middle ground.
No, I can drink anyone under the table except my brother. He always drank me under the table.
Aye, gods be with you, brother. Gods be with yourself.
They always were. And he just kind of turns back towards the statue, shaking slightly.
And at that point, I'll just like fall into like quite a passive prayer position, I guess, or almost like a yoga position with like the head down, like the knees, almost like is it? Yeah, like how Muslims pray, like kind of one of them, like head on the floor,
proper beat deep
bow.
Yeah, he goes. He turns to you, this fellow, and goes, "You look ridiculous."
I'm stretching my back. Leave me alone.
Ah, is that it? You're not prostrating yourself before someone?
No. Nearly.
I mean, he's powerful and all that, but does he really deserve your prayers? I mean, come on.
They're all allowed to go. Let's see what he's got in store for me today. And then once I've like finished doing my yoga position, like stretch my back into, I'll just rock back into more like a meditative stance.
Yeah. Okay.
And just legs crossed.
Make a religion check.
Yeah, I wasn't taking the piss when I said that. I should have gone for more of the studies.
Okay, there's a laugh, and then the man says, "Look, I was never too good at this stuff myself. Always too over keen to show off. Not as much as my brother, however. Now that man was a show-off."
No, you seem to miss your brother quite dearly. What happened to him?
Got killed.
Aye, and how was that?
I don't know. I just know he was killed. I wasn't there.
I mean, you've not heard any stories, no?
I've heard stories.
Aye, I'll let them keep them to yourself then. And ignoring them and going back to the prayer, I'll give it like another half hour or something, see if I can like focus my mind, but then like drift as well at the same time. With the alcohol helping me on the way, and see what response, if any, I can get.
Okay, and as you are, can you make another religion check? One more. Yeah, you should have paid more attention in your studies.
I was too busy playing drinking games. That's why I'm fucking awesome at acrobatics and performance.
The dares.
Yeah.
I can give a cracking sermon, but I don't really know what I'm talking about. Wow.
So eventually you look up at Baldr's face, and the guy next to you speaks again, who hasn't moved, by the way. You've been here for some time, and he goes, I've started to remember how he died.
I thought you said you'd only ever heard stories.
Well, I had heard stories, but they could be true.
Well, some stories have to be true, I imagine.
Yeah. Perhaps this one is, but it's a bit over the top. But he always was over the top.
Aye.
There was this tree, you see, and he ripped his enemy in half and left the lower half around the tree and threw the other half into the sea.
Is that right? Sounds familiar, the story.
But he got poisoned in the meantime and promptly died. His spirit still lives on in me, though.
Aye, sounds very familiar, the story does. I
Listen
can't quite hear it.
Listen to me, alright? Listen to me, right? That fat fucking dwarf in there, he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's just so fat.
Well, obviously. That's what I've been telling people for years, but...
You should go in there and you should hit him with that thing you got. Just smack him in the face.
To be honest, I was kind of hoping they'd come meet me in here. I was preferring to make more of a scene of it, rather than sneak up on him like a cold sass. Maybe you should make a scene and drive him out here.
You want me to make a scene? Can you make a persuasion check?
I imagine you can do a really good scene, I imagine. Like, top class, like, performance in regards to making a scene.
Go on, roll persuasion. He goes, watch this. Turns, grabs one of the pews, picks it up as if it's a twig, and throws it about 20 feet in the air. He smashes straight through a stained glass window, and then he punches the ground, picks up one of the slabs, holds it like it's just nothing, and hurls it. It goes through the nearby wall, and you hear, God damn it, what the? And he just collapses onto the ground and goes, is that a distraction enough for you?
See, I fucking told you.
He rolls back over.
Told you.
Slops onto the sides. He goes, I've had way too much to drink because it's midday.
I told you. I said you'd be fantastic at making a scene, and that was,
Yeah,
superb.
it was. And he brings up the wine skin, and as he does, crossbow bolts fight and snap it out of his hand.
Oh
And
god!
all this
Well,
red
now
wine,
that's just rude.
all this wine just begins to basically piss out, and he just goes, "Fuck."
No, that is just rude. No, who did that?
And just begins drinking the rest of it as it's
just stopping it.
As his hood falls back, you see this rather rough-looking fellow who's kind of grizzled grey and salt and pepper beard. He's got this long, lanky grey hair. And as he does, you see his cloak falls apart, and he's got this large wound on his chest, which seems to be kind of scratched across his body. And he just goes, oh shit, drops the wine skin, slops to the ground and does it up. And you see there's two clerics on the other side with crossbows in hand looking at him scared. And that's when Master Baldr Malrig comes walking out of his office going,
stop making such a racket. I was trying to...
I forgot that Vega was probably just laying on the nearby pew as well.
He's just like duck so his fucking antlers didn't get twatted by the pew.
Yeah.
Shit.
Look, I gotta say, sister, you should probably just deal with this yourself. And he just stumbles off onto the side and slops down behind one of the pews as if he just
take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. And then I will face my master, and then with flicking as many of these as what I can get going on at the same time. So the fucking rumbling floor, mainly just the shouty voice. Right, you fat bastard. We need to have some words.
His face goes to a complete and utter kind of disgust as you say that.
But at this point, I'm visibly like just stumbling about. Like I was pretty pissed before, but now it's amped up to the umpteenth level. Like I'm barely coherent. I'm just stumbling back. Like I'm using the Baldr Bane, and I'm like leaning on it.
Yeah, you hear behind one of the pews, one of that man's thumb goes, hey, you tell him what's for.
Yeah, you fat bastard.
You what?
You heard me.
Vagor, you could definitely sense danger. You see through your blind sight the trigger fingers of these clerics oh so close to going off, and this fella's heart is hammering like crazy. The adrenaline and anger is fueling this man, and he goes, you come back here, sister, after what you did last time, abusing me, smashing up my church.
Aye, exactly.
You're fucking dead. And
she's actually still alive, and I think she needs
the
help.
Fuck? Who are you?
I'm not even getting up. I'm just laying in between the pews.
Yeah, he just looks confused down at you. He's like, what the fuck?
Not what the fuck. Close, but name is Vapor. But could you please? That was one too many. Could you please not make such a ruckus? She just wants some help. Maybe not from me. I don't fucking know. She just needs help.
Vagor knows. Your heart rate goes up quite a bit, doesn't it, when you're absolutely sloshed? Like your heart rate comes quite erratic and quite high, like a lot of beats per minute.
Yep.
But he can sense within me that it's actually quite a calm, normal heartbeat at the moment, because he's got that creepy ability. So he knows at the moment. Yeah. So I'm actually pretty calm and seem to be hamming it up a little bit, you might say.
He turns to the guards, the clerics, the two dwarven males, like acolytes with the black hoods, and goes, go get her, go arrest her. And they begin to travel forward towards you.
And I'll start like stumbling forward towards them. And then as I get close, let me see. I didn't actually get a battle plan for this point. I was hoping I'd get him a bit more. I was hoping lulling him into a false sense of security when being hammered, that I might be able to get to a bit more a mano on mano. What I'll do is that. So I, as stumbling forward, start to cast hypnotic pattern.
Oh.
The only issue is it's a wisdom saving throw, and all these are paladins. So
Yeah, I was about to say. Oh, right. So I think one of the cleric passes.
Yeah, the 23 passes, the 15 fails.
And the 21 from Malrog is fine.
Yeah, he can pass all he wants. Don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, so one of the clerics just goes,
for him.
ooh. Like, looks up towards it, ooh. And the other just looks at it, the other one confused. Is like, wait, what's going on? And that's when the Malrog says, you think your paltry tricks are going to trick me? Cracks his knuckles, brings his hand, begins to form the signs of Baldr. And as he goes to cast, the guy behind the pew goes, no! And the spell just doesn't work. And he goes,
Oh, nice.
uh-huh. And then begins to cast another spell, and he brings his hands up to pray for his abilities. A spiritual weapon sputters to life in front of you, sister. And the guy behind the pew stands up and goes, no, and then falls back down, and the spiritual weapon just disappears. And he goes, what's
So
that?
the spiritual weapon actually tries to like make some form of attack, and as it's hitting me, I'm like, I just like I slip off the staff and stumble forward a little bit, so it just flies and misses the top of my head, and that's when he snaps it away, and then.
And that's when the guy stands up behind you, and he rubs your shoulders, and he kneels in and goes, go, leans into the whisper, and he goes, go, smash this place up. Let's show Baldr how gods are truly worshipped. And he turns around and punches the statue. Vagor, from your perspective, you turn, and for some reason, a giant crack just appears at the statue for no reason.
At this point, yeah, I'm guessing with that massive crack, and then me just knowing that Vagor's got a little bit of that day drinking hangover going on already, just shouting at him with energy. All right then, Vagor, any time now, mate. Just like trying to wind him up and get him a little bit ragey.
And I'll just like stick my head out and be like, "What are you shouting for? There's nothing here."
All right then.
Use it. He's like, he's really giving you a deep tissue massage now on your shoulders.
Oh.
Vagor,
right,
let's do something.
Oh, I got temporary HP for using that spell. What temporary HP do I get?
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm glad you clocked on. I knew that we were on the same level. Yeah. So this person then says to you, Sister Bernadette, burn it down. All of it. They're dead anyway. No one cares.
Alright, may as well. And then,
Fair enough. Nice. Alright. Can we have some initiative going on?
can indeed.
Oh, sorry, Ali, Aidan, and Tom. We'll get back to you.
No, this is hilarious. This is
It's actually amazing.
Okay, so Vagor, Donaf, you would notice that a massive flame strike's appeared and lit up, so you can roll.
this is what we need.
Yay. Delicious. They've just got no decks.
I'm the dodgiest dwarf there ever were.
In fact, I'll tell you what I will do for the clerics. That's the easiest thing.
Where is all the brain? There it is.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Did you see that? A massive...
Yep.
matter. What now?
Something appeared on the screen, a massive like token. Okay, so Sister Berladin, they're going to make
Token, you say? Okay.
their dexterity saving throws.
I get advantage. No, what is it from Shield Master you get? I got something with dex
That's
save.
intentional, but we're still on the world map, by the way.
Yeah, I know. We're doing this for a remind.
That's fine.
If you aren't incapacitated, you can add your shield's AC bonus to any dexterity saving throw that you make. So my shield.
Save.
Oh right, sorry, I thought you just.
It's them making dex saves because you flame struck them on your turn.
Fair point. I thought this was their turn.
So one of them passes. The other one's just absolutely incinerated. The dwarf just goes up in flames.
Okay.
And Malrog just looks absolutely distressed with what you've done. Like, his beard is burnt, the flame strike goes up, lights up, and explodes some of the glass out the windows, which alerts Dolaf to what's going on. Dolaf just sees this glow appear in the church, like, oh no, oh no. We'll put this on. Okay, and... I've closed the goddamn initiative order, haven't I?
Is that me doing? So does that flame strike go on my turn?
Yeah, it does. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
As a bonus action, I'm going to use some divinity points and cast Baldr's Curse, which I can now do as a bonus action. Let me just quickly read through what that does. So the Baldr gains the ability to grant its user temporary extraordinary resilience. Fucking hell, it's been a long day. As the user calls upon Baldr's Spirit as an action, they gain resistance to all damage types except psychic. This lasts for 1 minute and restores at the next dawn. I think that's going to be going on myself because I know where my Moosey boy over there is all the resistance and all that kind of shit already. So I'll apply that to myself and make my way up to Fat Boy with
as you do, it's his turn. He looks confused, looks at you, and behind you, Sister Berladin, that drunk man just kind of stumbles in behind you and goes, "Yes! This is how gods are worshipped! In chaos!" And that's when Malrog goes, "Fine!" Reaches into his side, brings out a scroll, holds it, and his hand glows black. And immediately you feel a burn up your body, Sister, as he clicks his fingers. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Alright, I'm going to go. Oh, could have done with a crit on that, but 14.
Okay, so...
I imagine that's a fail.
Do you have any resistances?
I have resistance to all damage at the moment, but that's about it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
just everything.
Just everything except psychic, yeah.
So you take a total of 54 necrotic damage, halved, as he casts harm on you.
Ooh, and that's also halved again, because I already... I mean, you can't double resistance,
no,
can
you?
You
Can't double resistances, no.
Yeah, so it's just
It
half.
still pains me that harm is so awful now.
Mm-hmm. Also, your maximum hit points are reduced by that amount as well.
Mm-hmm. I did have temp HP. I can't remember how much temp HP I get from casting. Just my wisdom modifier, so...
And then he begins to turn and move back and call for help.
Mm-hmm. So I did have 4 temp HP.
Don't have.
26 damage.
Well, I'll start off with pulling out the scrying orb and casting scry on Sister Belinda.
And you see chaos. You see Sister Berladin standing on her own, Dolaf laying in a pew next to him, like, absolutely, not Dolaf, Vagor, just not giving a shit, like, just looks like...
Look, I think for the first round of combat, I'm just going to be covering my ears and trying to...
Loud noises.
I'll just maintain the scry, and if Vagor doesn't seem like he's needs to be particularly involved, then I'll assume that I don't need to be particularly involved, so I'll just keep my eye on things, how they're going from the ship.
Okie dokie, yep, fair enough. At that moment, you cast Scry. The Acolyte looks confused, casts a spell on himself, and then begins to run. And that's when Mara goes, "Coward!" And says to Baldr, "Didn't you know to spell a sanctuary? Just done it wrong."
Mm-hmm. Good lad. It's probably a smart move.
Vagor.
Yeah, there's been no hostile action taken by the others so far, right?
None.
Except for the harm.
Yeah, except for harm.
Okay, so... why? This... Fucking never drinking again. And since there does seem to be some actual combat happening, I'll get up and I'll drag myself to my feet and pull my spear and slowly wag over there, and I'll say that's my turn done. For the fact that I'm half drunk.
Yep. Sister.
Alright, time to go, boys. Time to motherfucking go. Alright, I've got 10 divinity points, so let's get these fucking used. Baldr Bane is coming out fucking big. Right, I think it might be time for a little bit of Wall of Light action. Let's see how that works.
Oh god.
Did I put that on my... I don't think I put it on my spell list yet, though, which would be silly. Which level is it? Oh, no, I did. Yeah, I'm on there. I'm on it. Don't worry. So I'll spend 5 divinity points to cast Wall of Light.
You might make a con save.
Oh, that's some good damage as well.
Oh, fails. So it takes he takes 22 radiant, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can use your action to keep launching it on the next turns.
Sound. Did that take my action to do it then? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and he's going, ah! As he kind of like holds his hands against his eyes.
Sweet. I'll just get up in his. I'll get up into his face as best as I can.
Bright light.
Bright light.
Oh,
I'll
God,
I'll try to get up in his face.
Anyway.
I'll try to get up in his face as much as I can without like burning myself on the wall. But I think that's me done for the time
you
being.
the thing is with Wall of Light, you have to be in it to take the damage.
Yeah.
It's not like Wall of
So, okay. Yeah, I'll just be next to it then.
Yeah.
Trapping him in so he can only go out of it backwards, I guess.
Okay, he's going to make an attack at disadvantage at you.
Go for it, little bitch.
He draws what looks like a dagger from his belt and goes in to attack you. And you know that this guy was pretty damn good with his daggers, but that's not +3. But okay, so the minimum he got was 17.
Just ding
No,
off the yeah.
Okay.
Magical breastplate, half plate.
God damn it! This is not going to bode well for me.
No.
And then the offhand attack. If it would roll them. Oh.
Nah. Unless defender wins or attacker wins.
No, remember he's got disadvantage, so he rolled a 19.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, ching. Don't laugh. You can still see that this priest has gone in to slash wildly at Sister Baldr.
I've just gone drunken. I've gone Benav on him. I've gone the drunken master on him. Just swaying side to side and just tanking him on the chest.
Yeah, well, I've seen Vagor stand up, so I'll just keep an eye on things, but that's it.
Okay, the acolyte successfully runs out. The bird below you, Dolab. He's probably below you on the cathedral square. And he's going, help! Help! You can actually hear it, like, help! Malrog's being attacked! And a load of these clerics and paladins just look at him and do nothing.
Cool.
Bagel.
Oh, this just really have to. For fuck's sake. And then I'll get angry at being woken up when I try to sleep, so I'll rage and I'll go and stab the guy.
Just get involved.
Yep.
I'm afraid a 15 is a miss. 21 is a hit.
Alright.
Are you in Voidheart?
So that is 13 damage.
13 damage. Nice. Okay, so you jump in, go for a swing, and the guy just blinks the blind away and dodges out the way the first spear, but then as you spin it above your head and then cut across his chest, he's unready for your attack. He's not ready, and he slashes, falls back, and he's like, why? It's an assassination attempt on me! You fucking bastard sister!
Could have let me sleep, but you had to break. Well, fuck you.
Hey, Sister Baldr.
You say assassination, but more of just corrupting the purge. And I'll go and grab his face and bestow a curse upon him.
Yeah, 2 concentration spells. That's fine. Yeah.
Which one's the other one? Oh yeah, Wall of Light. Oh fucking hell! Yeah, I forgot that was a concentration because I didn't cast it myself. It was through the. Ignore that then. Never mind. Let's do. God, that was so thematically cool. Oh.
You can give up on the Wall of Light.
Yeah, but Wall of Light's too good a damage into it. I have to use my action again on Wall of Light, don't I, to make it keep going?
Yeah, and it fires,
Right,
fires a laser beam. You have to roll it.
What do I roll for the laser beam?
It's your spell attack modifier.
Oh, so just a d20 plus 8.
Mm-hmm. And then it does. And then I think it does 5d8, isn't it? Or 4?
d20 plus.
It's 4d8.
24.
Yeah, the laser just appears out of the wall of light, making it shorter, but scouring his body.
Cool. What was the damage?
4d8 plus. That's it, just 4d8 actually.
14.
Yep, 14. All up his body. He turns, looks confused, sees that he's being attacked by Vagor, being attacked by you, and that his god has forsaken him. No longer do his cleric spells work.
You're fecked. Does that classify as like an action of casting a spell then using the laser on that? So I can't do another bonus action.
Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't.
So I can still do a bonus action spell as well.
Yes, you can.
Oh god, you poor bastard. Sorry, dude.
That's a hit. That's number Wang.
So,
Oh yeah, I need to drag it onto the map, don't I? I forgot about that.
Or you can just click the button now.
Yeah, I'll just click the button. I'll click the button.
Clickety.
Level 2 into it, begin with, yeah. Bang!
Okay, so conk! And he kind of stumbles back, brings back, and in desperation, does lash out at you. They both hit.
Let me look. Yes, they do.
Okay, can you make me 2 con saves?
Candide.
So yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Well played. So you take a total of. You need to add 2 on each of them, so 8 piercing. And half this.
So 4 piercing and
28 poison damage, but you succeeded, so you half it.
Right.
And you feel the poison throb through your body as he attacks.
And then I've got resistance from the Baldr Bane thing as well, so is that halved again because I resist it? So that goes down to 14. That's 7 damage there. So that gets down to 72. And then I take 8. That's halved again. That's 4. So I'm down to 6. God, this guy's going to have a tough time.
Dolaf, are you going to get involved, or are you still watching?
Yeah, Vagor went up and stabbed him, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll draw a rash, draw an arrow into it, fire it up in the air, and concentrate on this figure that sits in front of Sister Belinden. He can make a dex save.
What's the range on this?
600 feet.
Yeah, that's going to hit him.
It's the range of the bow.
That's so cool, Tavis.
It's like a homing arrow. Oh my god!
You've literally just fucking, what is it called from Call of Duty? A fucking spike missile. It's just like...
Pretty much.
Good old javelins.
Javelin, that was on.
Okay, so at that moment, sister, you're like... About to fight him still. About to fire a lazy beam at him, spiritual weapon up, arrow hits him in the back of the head, comes out his forehead, and he falls down dead.
Oh,
God damn it, Dolaf, you kill stealing, fuck you.
That's super grim.
I'm sorry, but he only had 8 health left.
It's such a fucking Dolaf thing to do that.
Flat, burn it in with my spear, but with the flat end of the blade, I'll just smack her over the head.
Yeah, okay, so it does sober you up a little. Sister, as you turn round...
Oh, fuck.
As you turn round, that figure looks at you and goes, "You might want to leave." And then as he begins punching, Vagor next to you, out of nowhere, pews are being thrown around the room as if a poltergeist is here.
Oh my goodness. Do you see that as well? There's that...
Aye, crazy old man. Alright, let's be on our way. We've done what we needed to do.
Okay, so I'm going to need you both to make... as you walk towards the entrance, behind you, the statue tumbles over. and cracks, and then one of the other statues of Freya comes down, and you hear Sister Bernadine, "Fuck you, mother!" And then in front of you, down the stone steps, you see like the cathedral itself, the cathedral square, littered now with people watching, and a few of the paladins step forward to draw their hammers and are moving in with shields drawn. The ladder is probably about 60 feet in front of you, and they're about 120, and they're moving fast.
As I'm approaching him, I'm going to go full fucking, going to tap the void that I've got sat on my head a little bit, and go full intimidation on them, and with what have I still got going? I guess I can fucking get the wall of light chase me or something, so it's like follow me like a really weird.
It doesn't move. But you can fire lasers from it still. You can fire lasers from it from.
No, I don't. Feet. I'll fire lasers, but not aiming at them, but just like in front of the feet, and
yeah, okay.
Yeah, as it's shooting off from it, and I'm making the wall of light just shorter behind me, just screaming at them. Leave this corrupted place to burn, or you burn along with it.
Okay, you can have advantage on your intimidation check, of course, because you got helm. No, shit!
Do I need it, though? Do I need it?
Rotten, that 20 for a 30 in intimidation. Fucking hell. So you just scream out, and all the paladins look down, and one of them goes, "What happened to Bernadine?" And the others are like, "She's gone mad! Run!" And they all just begin fleeing from the chapel and from the court. Are you just going to get on in the ship and go?
Just stumbling out and just occasionally tapping my cowbells and going along. Just
yeah, as I'm running up there, I'll put gun your way and draw my decanter around this water.
Yeah.
Just splash myself to have like an impromptu shower.
Yeah.
A little bit. What? And then do the same for Verdun as well.
Oh, you bastard! It's not got a temperature gauge on that. No.
Oh, that's cold.
Okay, so you climb. I'm assuming you climb back into the Voidheart.
Yeah.
And are you going as quickly as you appeared?
No, not quite. Just get us a bit into the sky. I want to watch the fireworks. I want to slowly watch this church crumble down into bits.
Okay, yeah, so you do watch who you look like. And Sister Bernadine, that old man was mental. And he definitely smashed your church to smithereens with whatever superhuman strength he had. And you just peer down as the ceiling collapses on, and you can't help but hear, "We have a deal!" And that's all you hear from him. That's it.
I'll with my fucking I forgot I had this. Where's that? I've used it once, and I sold mayonnaise to someone, and that worked out well. Where's that gone?
The alchemy
my
jar.
Yeah, my alchemy jug. I'll do it to wine, and then just like do it ceremoniously, just off the edge of the ship onto the crumbling church, as a sign of agreement. Like, right then, that was quite impressive. I think we're done here, though.
You got what you came for?
Aye, I think so. And then.
Good.
With the last little bit of the as it's pouring out the decanter, just like fill my mouth with it again, and then just drink that until I pass out.
Nice.
And just fall flat on my back on the deck.
I'm assuming you begin riding the Voidheart back to the rest of the group.
Indeed.
And for those of you who were familiar with my Broken Realms campaign, when the old man said his brother ripped his foe in half and wrapped him around a tree, that's currently where you guys are.
Alright.
Yeah, but anyway.
Wait, what was that? What was that? Sorry,
he said my brother ripped his foe in half and wrapped him around a tree and threw the other half into the sea.
Ah, right, okay. So is that what happened in the previous campaign?
Well, it's in this as well, but yeah.
All right, sweet.
I don't think anyone's getting it, but it doesn't matter. We'll move on.
I thought it was a god. To be fair, it sounded like one of the Nordic god stories that did. That's why I kept on saying it sounds familiar. I guess it works well that I don't really know.
No, because you got a 1 in religion. I was going to tell you, but you didn't get
exactly. Yeah, no, but I like the fact that Baldr shit at it because I'm shit at it as well. It makes like it more interesting. Yeah, I actually don't know what's going on with the fucking gods. I just fake it till I make it.
Okay, so Ollie, Aiden, and Tumble, It's sometime late
Yes.
late evening the next day that you do see the Voidheart approaching.
That's
You say
the
late.
fifth round of tic-tac-toe I want.
Yes, I'm not very good, am I?
Or like 56 more like. Yeah, well, I don't know. It's a strategy
Well,
game, I guess.
It is.
That's what keeps happening when you use triangles.
I'm sorry, I kept getting distracted by the beautiful crescent moon. It's just lovely.
Hey, it's the Voidheart. How about that? You came
Yes.
back first.
Oh, and quite early as well. Hello.
Well, they've been like a day and a half.
Arlene has no concept.
Yeah,
of time.
fair enough.
Yeah, to be fair, we did say 2.5 days, so
Yeah.
we are early. And I'll
And-
take it into land, of course.
Yep. So you guys
I wonder
are
if they had more fun than we did, Tantor.
I very much doubt it. They're gonna go see the what is it called? Place.
I know, a boring priesthood.
Yeah, priest stuff in a temple. Ugh.
Exactly. We had so much more fun playing tic-tac-toe.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
If they drop the rope ladder, we'll climb up.
Mhm.
Is there any visible changes there? So who's grown horns this time?
Berlin's fucking passed out on the deck. Just covered in wine.
Well, there's someone
Explains
smells
that.
like someone smells different at least.
I'll just bring out the decanter again to wake her up.
Mhm.
Splash.
You're pouring it on top of it, and then you get worried for a second. It's like, fuck, I might actually drown here. And she's just so flat out. You just hear her gargling stuff like she's choking on her own sick, but not actually
Oh
moving.
god! No, it's only the end of the world, guys.
I'll just roll onto her side and continue splashing water onto her face.
I'll wake up eventually like that, and then. Whew.
Was
Right.
that a business trip or pleasure?
I don't know. I've had a really weird dream though. It was really satisfying. You know the fat bastard we met before?
Uh-huh.
Aye, we knocked 10 balls of shit out of him, and the church come crumbling down. It was fucking super. Right, when are we going? When are we going to Brutheim?
You just came back.
We were just there. You did not dream that.
Oh, and then I'll lean over the side of the ship and start hurling my guts up.
Yeah.
It must be tough having such a liability. A group of friends.
Oh, Tom.
I think it deserves some inspiration.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. If you would, cousin, a word.
Yes, go on.
I'm the right kind of conversationist in the moment, and I'm afraid I may need to ask you one more favor. I have a headache.
And where would that be? How, before that, did it prove fruitful at the Firewalls?
Not yet. As with most of our deals thus far, I also have to prove myself before any fruit can be born of my arrangement. I need to attend a meeting at the Feywater, and I feel this time I'll need all of us present.
Right. That can be easily done. We might have to give it some time for Sister, but
Yes.
sets on a course there. It'll be around 5 or 6 hours.
I love it. Rocky's
Enough
literally
time to recover.
getting used to my times perfectly.
He knows that. He just knows the map.
He's like
travel
getting them
perfectly.
exactly, like, seriously.
It's amazing. He's got his sextant out.
Yeah.
Good. I'll take my leave for the moment. I haven't had this much clarity for such a long space of time in a long while, and I wish to enjoy it.
It's really annoying me that it's really annoying me that Sane Todd and Insanity Todd, no, Insanity Ollie Aiden's like figured out to talk like Sanity Ollie Aiden.
Yeah,
I don't know which one's which.
These are tricksy little bastards.
That's why I'm
I'll never tell.
What an uncanny ability that is. I guess with a character with like 5 charisma, it makes sense that you can
just lowering the lines.
Yeah. Oh man, it's annoying.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're heading to Feywater.
Yeah, I'll set us on the course to Feywater.
Yeah, it's quite.
Explain to other people like
Mhm.
why we're heading there and stuff.
Okay. So, does Arliaden explain who you're going there to kill?
Yes, you see, I've struck a deal, much like the rest of you. I need to kill. I'm going to use the word God. Well,
That
goddess.
sounds problematic. I mean, we're trying to kill effectively a god, and we need the assistance of gods, and now we're trying to kill another.
The details for me are blurry. I'm sorry. But I need to blow the horn, kill the goddess, and return to the Firebolt within 2 days.
Yeah, you guys have like 9 days left till the fucking thing's
To
open.
what
Right.
purpose is this exactly?
Pardon, sorry, I missed that.
To what purpose exactly are we killing this god of yours?
To receive a boon. Someone I feel may be past it, but unfortunately it's the best I can offer at this time.
And do you feel it is a undertaking worth doing?
Potentially yes, potentially no, but I'm quite happy to leave it up to your choices as to whether it would be beneficial to spend our time doing this or not.
Very well.
Can I make a suggestion? Could I potentially ask of you? Was it Vagor that could do an augury?
Mm-hmm.
Could I potentially ask of you of some guidance, Vagor? It would make.
Yes.
Thank you.
Nice. It's the first time he's ever you two have roleplayed this well together.
I've always liked Sane Aiden.
But who is it?
Well, Plan's sane enough, so it's not about
So
the
yeah.
personality behind. It's more about just the way that he talks. She's annoying.
Yeah.
So Bagel does begin laying out his tokens and spiritual bits and bobs, ready to cast augury.
Yeah, I think they're just marked rocks, like ruined rocks.
It says for the next 30 minutes, but we'll bypass that for the sake of role playing.
Yeah, it's just the plan that he decides to take is take the ship to,
Okay, yeah.
to the place where the god is and kill it, I guess.
Is that what you're going to cast augury on? Is that what Arliaden wanted?
Please.
I assume so, yeah. So yeah,
Be sure to ask whether my ends will justify the means.
that's not quite how it works. I just get a vague, yeah, or a vague, nah.
Very well. I'm very ignorant in these matters. I do apologize.
Okay, so Vagel, as you cast augury, you know that as you cast it, you feel that your spiritual senses are heightened tenfold than they used to be. And even zooming through the air, unable to communicate to spirits in the earth and water that are still and tend to be quite dormant, you get the sense that everything around you is listening. Every spirit, and you get the answer, both. And you get a sense of feeling with your heightened spirituality that it's going to be highly dangerous, death is possible, but the results will be rewarding, very rewarding.
And I'll just turn my head to Arliaden and say, eh. That's it. Well, it's going to be dangerous, but if successful, worthwhile.
Good. Absolutely perfect. In that case, I would wager that we would keep our course straight, but of course I only count for one vote.
I'm happy to continue.
I think we need all the possible help we can get.
Then I would steel yourselves, because it's going to be an interesting encounter, shall we say.
Fighting the gods seems to become a daily occurrence.
And Baldr's just sat in the corner of the deck, just white as a sheet and shivering. Hugging her knees.
Just
I feel at least the sister has probably the best reaction of us.
I'll bring some blankets up for her. We should probably get some rest on our journey there.
And I'll bring some spotted dessert.
And I'll
See,
just
what
try
worries
to.
me is not when the crazy one speaks with a normal voice, but the possibility of the normal one speaking with a crazy voice and not knowing that it's him.
Just for jokes.
Okay, so you did, guys, like, because you've had a couple of long rests since then, so Sister Burdin gets a short rest because of what she did actually cast some spells earlier today. You do kind of approach the Feywater, and as you approach it, it is more like a sea on land. It's very, very large lake. Like, as you approach it, it seems to cover the entire horizon, and it's surrounded on the northern side by small mountains, and as you hang over the Feywater, as the sun begins to set, it's now completely dark, and you are at the Feywater. But there's only a single thing you see in the Feywater, an island in the centre. It's not very big. And it's got the ruins of a castle or something in the centre.
That, I would bet, is our destination.
This is indeed the Feywater. I'll take us closer.
Okay, so you go lower till the point where you're actually disturbing the lake and water's rippling out. And now it's fully dark, so in the dark it's kind of hard to see. It's only up to your dark visions. But eventually you do see the island appear. And the ruins that are on it.
Do we wish to go now or take rest for the night?
How do we feel? I feel this may be difficult.
I'm ready.
Well, this is more aimed at sister. I mean, she doesn't, no offense, but you look like shit.
I'd prefer to take battle underneath the cover of night.
I'm sure I'll manage. I'm feeling mostly put together alright. I've not been in a state to concentrate long enough to pray again, but you know, I think I'll be alright.
Good.
I'm not convinced.
I'm not sure I am either. But the light of the moon is dazzling, and it will lend us strength.
What?
You heard him.
Oh, sorry, I slipped there for a moment. I mean, Tantor! You know, the elephant, he'll help us out.
You're calling me the shining of the moon? Well, I'm flattered.
Oh, Tantor, when do any of you ever listen to what I have to say?
Through my hangover haze, I some form have a moment of clarity.
Holy fucking shit, he really does.
Come on, motherfucker, deception me.
Oh, shit.
He could, if he rolls a nat 20, he could beat you by one.
Yeah.
Okay, either way, I'm going to use my inspiration, I think.
Oh.
You need it.
So, just not.
Fuck. Not enough. My inspiration's gone. I've had that saved since the first time I scorch and raid that troll.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's been ages.
Right.
So,
Do you want to tell? I don't know how do you want to do it for the for what you're exactly lying about. Do you want to tell Liam, and then Liam relays information to me about how much I can tell?
It's up to Liam, really, to be honest.
no, you can tell exactly what's going on here with Arlie Aiden. You can tell that somehow crazy Arlie Aiden's learned how to act like sane Arlie Aiden, but you can't really tell which one's which. But you know.
Yeah.
Fucking kidding me.
Right now, it's completely and utterly insane, Arlie Aiden. But there's a very good reason as to why he can and why he can't. But I don't think that would be knowledge to even him.
God, this is impossible to tell now. Fuck.
Right. I don't know if it's just me, but that isn't Saint Ali Aiden. Or Saint Aiden. We need to come up with a better name.
Are you sure? He seems quite lucid.
Are we going to take advice from someone who, forgive me, sister, was quite heavily in her moments ago?
Oh, he's convincing. No.
Yeah, I feel like I need both of you to roll a persuasion check.
Yeah, I need to make a better argument. How am I going to know?
Think with a 24 insight.
What hints have I got?
Oh, Vagor, he nearly at the same moment you can. It was just that moment when he said, the light of the moon will guide us," and you were like, "Wait a minute."
I need quite. What is it exactly? I know that so I just know that it is like.
Yeah, but you can't quite tell when and where. But you just know he's doing it.
Oh, Aiden, what did you mean about the moonlight comment then? What were you going for there?
Merely that it's beautiful. The crescent moon's lovely. It's so persistent recently. I don't know. I'm quite mad.
Wait. Mad. Wait. Hold on. Mad Ali never says that they're mad. They're always in control. Well, at least they think they're safe.
I'm slipping.
I've definitely heard Mad Al-Eden say he's mad.
No, he thinks everyone else is mad.
Consider it a blessing. He's slipping out then, and to be honest, it's more like a tick now than anything else.
Oh my god! Fantastic! Oh my god! I can't believe you just did that.
I gotta admit, I'm confused now. I don't even have a clue. Although
that's good.
That was well good. Well done getting the sweet Anita drop there.
Saying Ali Aiden was all like suggesting weird pranks earlier and shit. Like, I don't know what to think now.
Seriously, we're really going down this endeavor route. I'm happy to do anything I can to prove my worth. To be honest, I'm just happy that I can keep. My apologies, cousin.
Sure.
Continue. I just merely wanted to point out that it's a blessing that I've been coherent for as long as I have, especially recently with new events unfold. Was it not?
And I agree with you. Strangely, you have been a lot more sensible recently, and the periods between your madness have shortened. I think this is a good sign. We shouldn't judge him as harshly as we have previously.
It's a great sign, actually. Excuse me.
Right, what on earth are we going to do now then? Now that he's clearly insane all the time, and he can now master the sane one's voice.
Keep two pairs of eyes on him at all times. One for his side, one for his other side.
We're literally here to do all Aiden's plan. The one who actively is trying to hinder us. And what are we going to do here now? What did he want to do here exactly? He wanted to kill the god. Maybe we should help that god.
Well, I mean, I think he was telling the truth. Vagor insulted his runes, his spirits, and they did agree, right, that boons would be offered. Oh no, you just hummed, didn't you? Oh no, you said afterwards.
You mentioned it would be dangerous, but perhaps worth it.
And was that in regards
to this?
So it was worthwhile killing the god then? That's what Yvarun said.
So allow me to get one thing straight.
Specific. I asked them, is going there to do this a good idea? And they said, well, potentially rewarding but very dangerous. Death is a realistic outcome.
Right. So is waking up every morning. That I'm not particularly fussed about, but as long as there is good outcomes at the end of it. Saying All Aiden isn't actually saying All Aiden. Sorry, what were you saying?
Sorry, it's strange that you're... What the fuck? Addressing me in that manner. I am still a little confused. Saying Ali Aiden that isn't saying Ali Aiden. And on the matter of that, I feel we need to head down to these ruins, blow some swarm of horn. Again, the details are fuzzy. That seems to have a tendency of a side effect of slipping in and out. If you are to be believing the coherent and sane side of this story. And then we return to the Firebolt, and I receive the boon that has been promised me.
Alright, let's be on our way then.
In the spirit of transparency, I may need assistance with this one. Full assistance, if you will, sister, despite your current standings on my sanity or forthwith. But when we return, I must deal with my deity alone.
Alright then. As long as Vegos thinks it's a good idea, let's
I
go.
think none of this is a particularly good idea, but I don't think we have any jar of good ideas lying around, so sometimes
There is that.
calls for a little thing I didn't do his thing, I suppose.
Well, we're here now. Let's do something.
I'm taking this in.
Alright.
Let's go.
Don't worry, guys. I'm dragging your tokens onto the map, so when you hear young.
I'm gonna-
God, it's still really off-putting. They're so eager to go.
No, okay, so you guys land on the outskirts of the island, heading in towards where you see the ruins, and I'll drag you over. I haven't put dynamic lighting because originally I thought you'd be here during the day, but
Yeah, fair enough.
so there you are.
Just beautiful.
There is a set, an old kind of stone bridge that's collapsed, makes the steps that lead up to the next level.
Well, shall we?
Yeah.
This is, after all, they say, my party.
Yeah, so just imagine that this place is absolutely dark at the moment.
Up these steps. Be careful, it's quite dark.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's
well, yeah. Oh no, you just made a tough joke and I actually fell for it.
Amazing.
Want to make sure.
So I'll cast some dancing lights and get them to follow us.
Yeah. That's cool. Tumble, you might want to give yourself a long rest. Your token's got HP missing.
The fuck? Random. Okay.
Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. Guess what? The cow jumped over the moon. Is this the way in, Liam? Is there a door here?
Yep, there's a door here. And can you make an investigation check then, Arliaden, as you walk in? I'm assuming you're looking for the horn.
I'm looking for a horn, yeah, you wouldn't know.
Yes, fair enough. But in the centre of the room, a large bone white horn curls down from where it rests upon the pedestal. It's high and mighty and capped with some sort of red metal.
Yeah. Boys and girls come out to play, the moon doth shine as bright as day.
Okay.
Anyone know what to do here?
I'll walk around a little bit and click my tongue a few times to see if I can see, feel, hear anything else that's significant about this room.
Make a perception check with advantage. Remember, it only works between 120-foot radius, so basically most of the...
Yeah, that's why I said in this area. So,
So you click your tongue. Okay, below you, all manner of wildlife digging through the earth. Worms, moles, voles. You can hear the slight breathing of every bird resting in the nearby trees. Their tiny little heartbeats fluttering in your ear. And as you turn to your right, you can hear the scraping of night creatures, like insects and stuff, against the floor. You can also hear all of your allies' heartbeat, in the tension in their muscles as they creak and move in slowly. Also, to the northward, you can feel water rushing beneath the earth slightly. That's it.
Okay, and there's nothing else like on echolocation kind of thing that I...
No, other than the animals and the insects.
Significant?
No. You can also feel the movement of about 1 trillion ants beneath your feet.
Yeah, I'll just drown that out because that's just annoying.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. There doesn't seem to be anything much around here except this.
I thought you said you were told to blow the horn.
Yes, I suppose that is what you should do.
Well, yes. I think I probably was. I'm just cold feet, I guess.
it's worrying as to what will occur on the other side.
It's also worrying to see that you don't remember certain things that you were clearly there for.
Yes, unfortunate side effects, but since when has it not been the case, Vagor?
Yes, well...
I'm sure, regardless, that we'll have some form of identification and choice before we make the final hammer blow, as it were.
Yep. I'll start drawing my shield and spear at this point and get ready in case something...
Might want to get some, weapons out. Good idea, Vagor.
Yeah, Dolaf's been sitting on the stairs with his bow drawn ready.
Okay.
So let's see who's on the other side, shall we?
Why are you so far away?
He hasn't moved up the actual hill.
Yeah, give me a minute. I'm just trying to fucking load it.
Okay, I guess there's nothing else really to say, is there? And I'll blow the horn.
Okay, there's this long, drawn-out sound, as if nothing like that could have come from Ali in his chest. It echoes out over the lake, and then there's silence. And then, Vagor's the first one to sense it. In the air above you, the flapping of wings. Also the screeching of metal and mechanical contraptions. Above you, all of you see a glow in the night sky as a huge, what you'd think is a huge bird, soars down towards you. Yet it's not. She slams into the ground, knocking through the walls. And as she does, draws a huge 13-foot hammer with a chunk of Nordic stone engraved, and he slams it down.
Another Valkyrie!
And as it stares at you,
bitch.
twists its head. Fear sets in all of your hearts as you realise, yes, you're about to fight another Valkyrie.
Yes, motherfuckers. It just
Secret crossbow.
has anybody listened to the Game of Thrones audiobooks?
No.
I have, yeah.
That
So
is what she
all,
looks like.
all I could think of when he's blowing that horn was just "Awoo! Awoo!"
And then she
Amazing.
just peers towards you all. Her wings, which are metallic and red, unfurl. And she, as a mask, well, it doesn't even look like a face, stares down to look at you all. She's leaning on the side like a predator, like an eagle. She just leans down with a hammer in her hand. And a mechanical voice goes, "You have made a mistake." And she slumps down in front of you, or brings her hammer ready to bear. And that's where we'll end today's session.
Jesus.
I mean, that's where we're rolling initiative.
You can roll initiative now, and we can come back to it next week.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it, man.
Just do
Alright,
it.
we'll stop the recording here because we're going to start the battle next week.
What?
Alright. Well, I mean, if you guys want to spend another hour and a half fighting,
Fuck yeah.
Optional boss
Hour and a
battle.
half. Jesus.
it's going to take a long while.
Yeah, we'll have this done in 10 minutes, lickety split.
Easy.
No,
Let's
we
go.
No.
This was a long ass fight last time.
Yeah, so definitely begin this next week. Peace out.